This is Bob Neal at the Great Western Forum, and you're seeing the return of Magic Johnson just moments ago. A standing ovation from what will be a packed house at the Forum, and the crowd cheered this layup for Magic Johnson. The Magic is back. Showtime is back. It's go time at the Forum coming up next. It was the team of the 80s. Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Orlando Woolridge, and Showtime. 5 NBA titles. Magic then won a gold in '92 in Barcelona. But in the middle was the announcement that he had tested positive for HIV. His jersey retired. Magic Johnson would never return. He attempted a return in November of '92, met with strong resistance, came back and coached a while, and tonight is back to play. Nobody believed it would happen. There he is, Magic Johnson in the limo at the Great Western Forum. And yes, Showtime has returned. Along with Hubie Brown, this is Bob Neal. A sellout crowd. As a matter of fact, I understand it's the toughest ticket since the early 90s playoffs in '91 and '92. And it's because Magic Johnson is back. He announced on Monday that he would return after being retired, after being tested positive for HIV in 1991. Magic Johnson is kept in shape. He has added 27 pounds. He will come off the bench and play tonight. And everybody around America is interested in seeing what will happen. A lot of people thought, and this is certainly not something I'm saying lightly, that Magic Johnson might not even have been with us here in 1995, and yet he's going to suit up and play for the Los Angeles Lakers. Hubie Brown, bring us right up to date here tonight about how Magic Johnson will impact on this game tonight against Golden State.
Well, first of all, he's joining a team, Bob, that's won 8 out of their last 9 games. They are 6 games over 500, but they have lost 5 games by 1 point. So the thinking here is that to bring him in, they'll play him at the 4 or 5 position, power forward or center, until he learns the offense as well as his teammates. Then what you're looking for is a post-up player who's going to command double teaming. Plus, he can make the shot, shoot a high percentage, and then when you get to playoff time, by that time you'll have his NBA legs, that you have a high percentage foul shooter going to the line in your close ball games. So they'll play him early, inside, and then as he gets his legs, they'll move him out to the wings.
Now, if you're the Golden State Warriors, you must feel somewhat like being the Washington Generals of the Harlem Globetrotters when you come in here to play. I mean, nobody's even talking about who you are. Yet this is a high-quality NBA team. Yes, they've struggled this year. If you're the Golden State Warriors and Rick Adelman, how do you approach this game, Hubie?
Well, first of all, it has playoff intensity labeled all over it. The excitement in the crowd. I think Rick Adelman and his ball club and his staff, they have to overcome that. So what you're looking for is a quality performance on the road. If I were them, when Magic comes into the game, I would just play him straight up. I would not allow the double team to happen and open up their perimeter three-point shooting. Now, that's just me as a coach. This is a team blessed with a lot of talent. Why are they 6 games under 500? Because talent in this league just does not get it done. In order to win at this level, the potential has got to have chemistry along with it. This is a high-octane offensive team, but a weak defensive team. They've got to get it done tonight defensively and on that defensive board.
It's a historic occasion. First, Michael came back from baseball, and now Magic is back with the Los Angeles Lakers at the Forum in Los Angeles. After this commercial timeout, we'll join Ernie Johnson Jr. in our studios in Atlanta, then be back for the tip-off.
You know something, folks? You can feel the electricity right through your television set. Magic Johnson about to return with the Los Angeles Lakers. Game 2 of our doubleheader tonight. here on TNT. Ernie Johnson back with you in Atlanta, along with Cheryl Miller. More from her, or a little from her, in just a second. Let's hit the scores. Game 1 of our doubleheader, the Chicago Bulls. Man alive, they've won 16 straight. They're 39-3, 98-87 over the Rockets. Michael didn't have a big night, but it didn't matter. The Hawks' 10-game winning streak is over. Indiana's winning streak is now 7, 107-90 the final. Mookie Blaylock and Steve Smith were held to 11 points total, and that hurt the Hawks' attack. Boston and Orlando, the streak continues for the Magic, 22-0 at home, 29 straight over 2 seasons, 44 straight against teams from the East at the O Arena in the regular season, 104-99 over the Celtics. Shaq had 30 in that game. Phoenix and Miami, the Heat still has not been able to beat the Suns on their own court. They are now 0-9 lifetime, 114-99 the final. Charles had 37 and KJ had 25. Denver and Minnesota at Tarjay tonight. Denver wins at 88-86. Leitner missed a couple of threes in the closing ticks. The Nuggets have won 2 straight after losing 6 in a row. The Clippers and the Mavs in the 4th quarter at Reunion. Dallas with a 10-point lead, and Jason Kidd at last report had his league-leading 5th triple-double of 20 points, 16 rebounds, and 15 assists. Now to the matter at hand, Magic Johnson. What if you're Golden State? How do you approach this thing, Cheryl?
First of all, Ernie, you can't get swept up in the moment. But the minute that Magic Johnson steps on that court, I'm going to try to push him inline to inline to test his conditioning. Now, even though he has bulked up, I'm going to try to beat his brains out down in the post. And the third thing is, if I'm Jerome Kersey or Joe Smith, I'm taking it to the rack. I'm going to test Magic's defense in the post area.
You are cold-blooded. Hey, let's play the game. What do you say? Let's go back to the Great Western Forum after a break. The night has come. Magic Johnson back in the Laker uni. Stay with us, folks, on TNT.
Along with Hubie Brown and Reggie Theus, Bob Neal with you from the Great Western Forum. You can call it the night the lights went back on in Los Angeles. Magic Johnson talking to his teammates on his return January 30th, 1996. Mark it down. It was February 1992 when this jersey was retired. It still hangs above the rafters, but it's now on the back of Earvin Johnson. Hubie, starting matchups.
Yeah, I like that top one with Smith versus Elton Campbell. That should dictate a lot of the front court play.
And they're about to tip it off quickly. Reggie Theus, your take on this debut.
Well, Bob, welcome to Magic Johnson mania. I haven't seen a buzz like this in LA since the late 80s when it was really showtime. There's been a lot of question about Magic Johnson and his return, and one of them is why. Well, I'm going to tell you why. I'm a friend and a guy who works out with him all the time, and he just loves this game. And in the 90s, when it seems like that love of the game is non-existent by the Generation X, Magic just wants to play basketball. And you talk about how big basketball is, I'll tell you, in LA, Magic Johnson's return is actually bigger. Bob?
All right, Reggie, and we are underway. The first turnover of the game and a foul as the Lakers won the tip, and Magic Johnson not starting in the game. We'll go back to Reggie in a little bit about Del Harris's plans on when and how you use him, but in the meantime, we have an 18-24 Golden State Warriors team playing Del Harris's Lakers, who are 24-18 and playing very well right now. Hubie and I, actually, Hubie had to go home with an ailment. We saw Philadelphia and LA last Friday in Philadelphia, and the Lakers looked mighty good without Magic Johnson. B.J. Armstrong starting for Golden State. Kersey and Smith up front. Ron Cycli is the center, and Latrell Sprewell is the number 2 guard. And here's Cedric Ceballos, averaging 23 a game.
He's just having a sensational season. When you say 23 points, underline that they run no plays for Cedric.
Joe Smith, the rookie out of Maryland, who scores well down there on the block, misses this time. Here's Van Exel on the penetration past B.J. Armstrong.
We told you early, Golden State porous in transition defense. It's something, if they're going to make the playoffs, they're going to have to clean it up and clean it up quick.
Kersey from long range, loose ball picked up by Eldon Campbell, who's also having a career year for the Lakers. Here is Eddie Jones. Nice pass inside Ceballos, and it's 6-0 Lakers that quickly.
Rick Adelman is going to call a 20-second timeout. Much needed right here. You can see that his ball club shooting and missing, and they are one of the best offensive rebounding teams in the league, but the Lakers are tough on their defensive board. a quick pitch out, and we've had 3 layups.
And already you see the value of Magic Johnson. One of the things about him returning to the Lakers, he brings not only his talent as a basketball player, but even he said, I'm going to bring leadership in the locker room and on the floor.
Well, just remember one thing about Magic. He played in this league for 12 years, and he was in 9 NBA Finals, and he has 5 championship rings. So that comes with the cement.
It's 6-0 LA following the 22nd timeout. Sprewell looking for an opening. This is B.J. Armstrong. Came from Chicago in the trade, of course. And Smith puts up the shot and is fouled. And speaking of Joe Smith, you like this young man from Maryland.
Well, I think you have to look at his total game. He's playing 32 minutes. He's getting you right at 15 points and right at 8 rebounds. Interesting, 2 block shots a game. Now, you just saw him drain that foul shot. He's an 80% foul shooter and a 47% shooter from the field. Early in the year, they didn't run any plays for him. Now they're running set stuff. They feel that he not only has a game with his back to the basket, but because of his quickness and hard work, he's now developing a nice 15, 18-foot jump shot.
And he gets the first 2 points of the game for the Golden State Warriors. They're now down 6-2, make it 8-2 as Eldon Campbell, who's also, we talked about Magic getting bigger and muscling up, so is Eldon. LA is 4 for 4 from the floor. Here is Sprewell on the drive, and the pull-up doesn't go. Cycling follows, it won't fall. It's been all LA early. Nick Van Exel. Ceballos, left-hander, went to the right hand.
He's absolutely murdering the open floor. That's why you don't have to run plays for him. Not only that, but he's on the offensive board.
The Lakers are 5 out of 5. Talk about getting pumped up. Been on a lot of radio talk shows around America today, and a lot of people asking me, how does this team look for the return of Magic Johnson? They are welcoming him back. Ceballos, Van Exel, Eddie Jones, all wanting him to be back. And now, the crowd on their feet. The warm-ups are coming off, and Magic Johnson returns to the NBA after the free throws. How'd you like to be taking those free throws? Crowd on their feet. Savor the moment. Magic Johnson inbounds the ball, and he's back.
Well, he's going to be up front in the 4 and 5 position, so you'll see him. Now, right now, you see, I would not double team him. See, I like this. Make him score over the top.
Hook shot. Magic misses his first shot over Joe Smith. The rebound. Magic said he was as nervous before this game as he was when he began his NBA career in 1979.
Right now for Golden State. Stay within what you're doing. Go strong to the basket, and then you must capitalize on the offensive board. You're a team that averages 14 a game. You're 5th in this league. Stay within what you do well.
Eddie Jones just picked up his second personal with that foul out high on the floor, and the officials don't allow the substitution to get in, and there's only 4 Laker players out there, so they go into Cycli, and Cycli misses it, gets his own rebound, and with the numbers on their side, Del Harris couldn't get his player into the game. They still have. Now Eddie Jones has come back out on the floor. He had already left the floor. He's back out here, and the Lakers are back to 5 players, and it's 10-6 LA. Already a bizarre game as Magic Johnson came into this game at 7:46 p.m. Pacific time. Vlade Divac, and it's 12-6. Again, defensive guard, defensive specialist Eddie Jones, who's also knocking down 18 points a game, has picked up 2 quick fouls. Del Harris wants to get him out of the game as soon as he can. 8 on the shot clock for Cycli. Cycli struggling to start this game. Big rebound underneath by Smith.
Well, I'd like to show you Vlade Divac. He loves the spin move, and any time that he steps underneath, he's 7'2". He has all the moves with the back to the basket. He can shoot with either hand. So he is a major problem for anyone who matches up defensively.
So Eddie Jones sits down, and Anthony Peeler now gets into the game for LA. Back into the hands of Magic. Into the paint. The no-look pass. Ceballos with the ball. 8 on the shot clock. And the whistle on the drive by Cedric Ceballos.
Now you've just seen twice Magic Johnson being posted up. Well, the theory is, if I'm a coach in this league, let's see if he can score over the top of power forwards. We all know that he could always post up the guards and do it without any problem. But this is 4 years later. We're talking 30 pounds heavier.
Look at Vlade Divac. He's a new man. He's been playing very inconsistently this season. But Vlade, who plays very well because Magic Johnson motivates him so well, and LA's 7 of 8 from the floor.
Well, this is the one point, if you're coaching Golden State, which it really bothers the staff. They're in the top of the league in block shots, top of the league in steals, but they are very porous in one-on-one situations. And you can see in the early going right now, we're seeing it at its height. Right now, the Lakers are in a half-court trap. They did the one trap, now they're falling back and matching up.
Sprewell, that was a 3. Off the front edge, loose ball picked up. Van Exel. Look at that pass to Anthony Peeler from Nick Van Exel. There's no question, if you talk to Magic Johnson or Del Harris about who will remain the point guard on this team, it's Nick Van Exel. In case you wondered if Magic would move back to that role, no, he will play the forward position. Van Exel defending Sprewell. Peeler. Van Exel runs it down and saves it to Magic. Peeler. 3!
Lakers, a very big three-point shooting team. Now, they're not shooting a high percentage. They only shoot 28%. But in transition, you must get to their perimeter people.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
The Trooper Limited from Isuzu is thoughtfully equipped with stuff like dual airbags and extra skid plates, so that you're always prepared no matter where you go.
You may already be a $10 million winner.
Even if it's just down to the corner and back.
New stars shine, shooting stars collide, superstars rain down, plus one star lives or dies on $1 million shot. NBA All-Star Saturday, February 10th, only on TNT.
To the Final Four with an inside look at the week's matchups, hot teams, and rising stars. Bob Lorenz and analyst Mike Glenn take you inside the paint and above the rim on college basketball preview. Saturday, 11:30 Eastern on CNN.
The Lakers out in front 19-6, 6:58 to go in the first quarter. We talked about, was this Nick Van Exel's team or Magic's team? Here's Nick's take on that question.
Well, for me personally, I don't get caught up in saying this is Nick's team, this is Cedric's team, this is Vlade's team. If it was just that person's team, it's like you go out there and play against Golden State yourself. And, you know, if he's going to lead us, so be it. We're going to have to follow him. But I don't think it's just going to be one person's team. It's going to take a team effort. Not one person going to go out and get every rebound, every assist, every point. It's going to be a team effort. And however people want to label it, we just got to go along with it.
Back in action, B.J. Armstrong running things at the point for the Golden State Warriors, down 19-6. Off the baseline curl comes Sprewell, who hits the little 15-footer, and it's 19-8 L.A. with 6:38 to go in the first period. Magic Johnson came into this game at about the 6-minute mark, gone, and has 1 missed shot and 1 assist so far. Divac with 10 on the shot clock. Power forward Magic Johnson down to rebound, but Divac knocks it down, and he has 6, as does Cedric Ceballos. The only miss for LA in this game so far was Magic's first shot, the hook shot over Joe Smith that didn't go in. Gatling, number 25 in the game for Golden State with the miss. Joe Smith's turnaround doesn't go. Sprewell's follow.
Until that field goal, Golden State was 1 for 10 from the floor.
Oh my! They're on their feet! Magic's first 2 points on the return. The patented penetration coast-to-coast layup.
Magic is laboring right now. He's having a very difficult time getting down the floor.
Down to Vlade Divac, stolen by Kersey. Magic, because he was laboring, is back on defense. Armstrong with the penetration and the lay-in.
Well, the Magic, see, that's where he's dangerous. As soon as they score, he'll take it out of the net, and look what you got here.
And Nick Van Exel gets the easy lay-in. Magic gets the rest because he got the ball down so quickly. And B.J. Armstrong answers. It's 25-16, Lakers by 9, 5:04 to go in the first period of play. Power forward Magic Johnson laboring in his first return in 4 years. Ed Middleton with the whistle, the foul before the basket. And here it is, the first Magic Johnson basket after 4 years' absence.
Now, this is an advantage that they'll have anytime that Magic is in the break and he's picked up by the guy who's designated to guard him. And that will be a big forward. He'll be able to take people off the dribble, get them into unfamiliar areas. Not only can he do that in transition, but he's also going to be a three-point threat as soon as he gets his bearings, and that will take a number of games.
Talk about bench power. Tim Hardaway and Chris Mullin in for Golden State. Magic Johnson looking for the pass. Left-handed hook shot. Oh, mercy.
Right now, Joe Smith is allowing him to get the ball any area that he wants. And he's got to start either fronting Magic or playing him on the top side and make the initial pass a little bit more difficult.
Now Magic playing some defense, none of which he is known for during his first 12 years of his career.
Now we're going to show you the pass inside. See, Joe Smith keeps getting pinned. Well, what you're going to see now is the cutters are being covered, but then Magic has the hook. He can hook with either hand. So what you try to do is move the guy off the block. If you cannot move him off the block, then you've either got to topside him or front him. You just cannot allow the pass to go straight in.
Ceballos goes to the bench, and George Lynch from North Carolina comes onto the floor. Magic Johnson standing right beside his dream team teammate, Chris Mullin. Never forget broadcasting the playoff game here in 1991. Magic's last NBA appearance here at the Forum before his retirement. He had 40-plus, as did Chris Mullin. It was really a showtime game in that playoff round. 27-18 Lakers. Vlade Divac, Peeler out at top. Johnson spotted for the three. Rebound Divac to Magic.
Nice.
Ball fake. Is back. Sprewell. Offensive foul.
Well, that's what they came to see. Now just keep an eye on Magic as he makes this move. He's going to fake it to the man in the corner. Watch it. There it is right there. Defender went for it. And the people, that's what they came to see.
You can see he's laboring. He's added 27 pounds officially since he last played. Illegal defense, the call by Ed Middleton on Golden State. And Los Angeles is going to get Derek Strong into the game for Magic Johnson, who needs a rest.
Well, it was smart for Dell to bring him in early, get him in, get the people settled in, allow it to happen, and then go with the flow.
Played 5 minutes and 59 seconds, did Magic Johnson. Scored 6 points, 3 of 5 from the floor, and had an assist. Not bad for a rookie. Second time around. Hardaway misses from the corner on the three-point attempt. Lynch knocks it out of bounds. Golden State ball. Score 29-18 Lakers with 3:19 to go in the first quarter. And Hubie, the first meeting between these two teams in November, Golden State handed it to the Lakers up in the Bay Area.
Well, Golden State is the second leading scoring team in this league. We tell you at the top, it's a very good shooting ball club. The biggest problem is can they defend, and can they defend you off the dribble in transition?
Joe Smith defended well in the double team down low. Sprewell.
Well, Sprewell, very streaky. You know, out in that three-point area. He's only shooting 41% from the field and 28 in threes, but he is a streaky player.
He streaked to 8 points early in this game. 10 on the shot clock. Divac air ball with his hook shot.
Golden State pays attention here. They'll be right back in this game.
Left-handed hook falls for Chris Gatling. Chris is a big one. He's 6'10", plays forward and center.
As poorly as Golden State has played in this game, started out 1 for 11. They're only 7 down.
The feed from Divac. Here's Derek Strong. Behind the back, Van Exel. That's out of bounds, but it was knocked out by Golden State with 8 on the shot clock, and we have a timeout on the floor. It's 29-22 with 2:22 to go on the night Magic return to L.A. Golden State started, as Hubie was telling you, 1 of 11 from the field, but has hit 7 of the last 8. Sprewell has hit his last 4. He has 8 points. It's only a 7-point game, and we have 2:22 to go in quarter number 1. Magic Johnson in for 5 minutes, 59 seconds, scored 6 points on the bench now.
I'd like to bring out a point about Elton Campbell. Elton Campbell stepped out when Magic Johnson came into this game. In the last 3 games before this evening, Elton Campbell averaged 20 points, 14 rebounds, and 4 block shots. Now, that's very difficult to do, to sit down, and I don't care who the guy is that's coming in, and especially when you didn't even stay out on the floor for 4 minutes.
31-22 Lakers, 2:09 to go in the first quarter. Sadale Freak in the ball game for LA. That's Joe Smith with the perimeter shot. Reggie Theus, what do you have for us?
Hey, Bob, Coach Del Harris said, yeah, we're playing great offensively, but we're forgetting to play defense. The last 8 times down, they scored in a row. We can't forget that this game is long from over.
Yeah,
Bob?
Good point. Thanks, Reggie. Peeler misses from long range. Gatling with the rebound. Warriors down 7. Sprewell very quickly stripped from Sprewell. It'll be Warriors ball with 18 on the shot clock.
Tonight, the big test for the Lakers. They are an excellent defensive team. Their big test tonight will be the transition game of Golden State and their 3-point shooting.
Sprewell hands it off to Chris Gatling, and it's a 5-point game.
See, right now they're trying to get by with Gatling as their center, so you know that Divac can overpower him at will.
Sprewell called for the foul on George Lynch. Golden State on an 8-2 run. That's the 4th team foul, first in the last 2 minutes for the Golden State Warriors. Lakers already in the penalty with 1:28 to go in the first quarter. Anthony Peeler from Sadale Freak. Rebound Gatling. Had a couple of rebounds since he came in, a couple of baskets. Mullen to Joe Smith.
Well, you've got to take him. You just can't wait. Just take him quick.
Joe Smith pulls up for the short one. It won't fall, and Vlade Divac pulls down the board. 31-26 LA with a minute to go first quarter. 3.
The Laker point guards have the green light to shoot the long jumper, meaning Van Exel or Sadale 3, anytime they're in transition. So once you close the gap and pick them up, you must stay at home with these players.
Sprewell with a long cross-court pass, but defender right in his face is George Lynch. Sprewell beats him off the dribble, loses the ball. It's out of bounds off Gatling, and the Lakers with 37-7 to go in the first quarter have the ball. John Barry making his first entrance into the game for Golden State. John wears number 20. He only plays about 11 minutes a game, but he's shooting 53% from the field. 3 missing. Gatling rebounding.
Now, you always talk about, do you have an inside game? Can you define who that player is going to be, who's going to create the double team, and then can you get him jump started? Now, this is just a great steal, a good trap, which the Lakers are famous for.
Fareed gets the easy lay-in. 7 seconds to go in the quarter. Hardaway Noah takes his time. 5 seconds. Hardaway on the penetration in the dish. He was fouled with 2.7 seconds to go. And they're over the penalty, so he'll be going to the free throw line. Tim Hardaway, who has not been a happy camper since he was taken out of the starting rotation and B.J. Armstrong went into his place.
Yeah, well, you know, that's a decision by the coaching staff, because at that time the team was 10-17. They felt that they had all scorers in that starting lineup, so then they came with Kersey and B.J. Armstrong, and since that period the team is 8-7. Now you can see Hardaway, his first 4 seasons, 20 a game this year, 17-8. The assists, naturally, they're down a little bit, and the main reason is because of minutes played.
You wonder if his knee is better. They say yes. Derek Strong launches it, almost got it at the buzzer. So L.A. shot 65% from the field. Magic Johnson in 6 minutes had 6 points and 1 assist, and the Lakers lead it 35-28.
Friday night NBA special on TNT. Magic versus Michael. The matchup you thought you'd never see again comes to TNT. Bulls Lakers at 10:30 after the Suns meet the Cavs. Friday at 8 on TNT.
People magazine gives Riders of the Purple Sage grade A. And the New York Times says Ed Harris may be the most effective gunslinger since Clint Eastwood. From TNT, the best movie studio on television. Riders of the Purple Sage. See it tomorrow night at 8.
Somewhere lurking in the waters of America is the thing the Navy fears most.
Fire one! It's a fine shot, sir.
The crew of the USS Stingray.
Prepare for dawn!
20th Century Fox presents
Bachman! Yes, sir!
the movie the Navy doesn't want you to see.
There was a fingernail in my food yesterday. It was a Band-Aid. Sorry, sir. Band-Aid was holding the fingernail on.
Down Periscope. Rated PG-13. Starts Friday, March 1st at theaters everywhere.
Adventurous nature lover seeks outdoor type for getaway weekends. Must like camping and hiking, interest in kayaking, a plus. Ownership of Jeep Cherokee, a definite plus. Social climbing highbrows need not apply. P.S. Please send picture of Jeep Cherokee.
The back position. Oh, what a tragedy.
Bob Neal, Hubie Brown, and Reggie Theus with you, along with Magic Johnson on his return to the Forum in Los Angeles at the end of the first period, 35-28. The Lakers leading the Golden State Warriors. There is Cookie and family, and look at the look on their face. Do you recognize the youngster? He is a dead ringer for Magic Johnson. The youngster who's one of the reasons Magic came back is he said he wanted to have his son see him play in the NBA. And Gatling with an open lane scoring easily on the Lakers, and it's a 5-point game to begin the second quarter.
At the end of the first quarter, the Lakers shot 65%, Golden State 46. The difference, 16 fast break points for LA and only 4 for Golden State.
Campbell to 3:10 on the shot clock. Ceballos back into the game too. Stolen by Hardaway and Mullen out to John Barry. Barry misses the lay and Mullen follows.
That's all right. The main thing, take it strong. Barry elevated a little early that time, maybe a half a step too soon, but a good follow-up by Mullen. You can see they're right back in this game. The main thing for Golden State now is to play unselfish basketball.
Magic Johnson will be back in this game in just a moment too, with 11:02 to go in the second quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Eddie Jones getting rid of the ball to Sedale Threet, who knocks down the jumper, and it's a 5-point Laker lead.
Well, Sedale has been around a long time. He's having a fairly decent year, shooting at 43, but he is a big-time scorer. This is where they're murder.
Eddie Jones out of Temple. He missed 8 games early for the Lakers, and the Lakers really missed his presence, not only his scoring, but his defense.
Well, they're third in the league in steals, and that's why you cannot fall asleep at the top of the circle with the basketball.
Barry looking for Mullen. Good pass into Chris Mullen, but Bear was strong. And Mullen dishes it off to Gatling, who can't get it to fall.
Now that was the best pass of this evening. Chris Mullen at his best. Came off of a curl. Once he got into that lane, made a sensational pass. Unfortunately shot. Keep an eye on this now. Watch how he takes the defender. Beautiful skip pass. And what happens? Gatling misses the shot. He tried to swish it from that area, always bank the ball. Bank it off the glass.
Chris Mullen, who's in good physical shape this year. His coach said he came in great shape and has really had a tremendous attitude on the changes and the toughness that Rick Adelman is trying to bring to the Golden State Warriors team. And Mullen, not known for defense, is being asked to play a lot harder on defense, and say he's really responded. Magic Johnson bringing it down the floor at the point to Sedale Freed off a curl. Rebound Gatling. He has 3. John Barry from the corner. Gatling follows with a tip off the miss.
Now, you know, Gatling, we showed you, he's averaging almost 9 points a game, 5 rebounds. He does all of this in 18 minutes.
Right now, he has 9 points and 4 rebounds in less than that, about 7 minutes. Cedric Ceballos gets the assist from Magic Johnson. Lakers up 6, 9:45 to go in the first period. Barry on the drive. Blocked by Eddie Jones. What a play. Magic Johnson, open court. No look, one touch. Ceballos. Oh, baby. And the foul.
Well, that's the advantage of Magic being in the game at the power forward position. Because once they get out in that open floor, your point guard is up ahead, and now you've just added another distributor. Now the Lakers are 3rd in the league in shot blocking. How about this? And a nice touch pass. You love to see it. And then the guy who's one of the best finishers in the league, Cedric Ceballos.
Hardaway picked up the personal, his first, and Ceballos has 11 points already. 44-35 Lakers, 9:27 to go in the first half of play. In hockey, they would have given Magic an assist on that play, too, for the first pass. Gatling left hand. He's feeling it tonight, Chris Gatling.
Well, to me, that's what you have to do. You can't let him stay out on the floor. You've got to make him defend that power forward.
Here, speaking of power forward, he's trying to defend this one. Magic Johnson lost it and then rattled it in with his left hand. Magic Johnson has 8 points. Hardaway on the penetration, tried to feed it to Gatling. He couldn't handle it. Lakers ball with 8:53 to go in the period.
Bob, that was a bad pass. That was a very hard pass. And you see, once again, Magic pins the defender behind him. Now, if you're not going to double team, then what has to happen? You got to get up and challenge. So you just can't let him shoot over the top of you.
Ceballos down to Magic Johnson. Magic looking for the pass to Ceballos. Oh, goodness. 3 assists for Magic Johnson. 8 points.
What you had there was bad defense. 2 defenders colliding, and then Magic picking out and making and distributing with an easy pass.
Jazz versus the Blazers, Wednesday night at 8 Eastern on TBS.
Magic Johnson's played 8 minutes, has scored 8 points, has 3 assists. LA has outscored Golden State 29-18, while Irvin Johnson is on the floor. They call him Buck. You know, Magic Johnson is so famous, even his nickname has a nickname. Magic Buck Johnson. It's a fun time at the Forum tonight. The celebrities are out. The place is sold out. It'll be sold out again on Friday when the Chicago Bulls come in, winners over Houston in our earlier game tonight. And, of course, we'll have that game for you on TNT also at 10:30 Eastern Time. Lakers by 9. Magic Johnson airballs the 3. The follow inside by Cedric Ceballos, who has 15 and has not missed. He's 7 out of 7. Foul before the drive on 3. A couple of NBA scores. Dallas got the Clippers Jason Kidd. Be interesting to see him match up with Magic a little later. Told you Chicago won in the game we televised earlier. Reebok halftime report at halftime. Ernie will have not only the scores but the highlights in Atlanta. Gatling called for the offensive foul. Lakers lead built to 11 now with 7:57 to go in the first half. Magic Johnson, who wasn't going to play the point guard, looks awful lot like point to me right here. The lob inside. The miss by Campbell. The follow by Ceballos, who has 17.
You have to appreciate what Ceballos is doing. He's averaging 23 points and 7 rebounds. There are only 5 people in this league with those statistics. And the other guys are centers or Karl Malone at the power forward position.
Mullen.
Bad foul. Ronnie Cycli just pushed and thrown Ceballos down to the floor. Now these are the people right here. 23 points and 7 rebounds. Now you have Barkley, you have Mourning, Karl Malone, Akeem Olajuwon, David Robinson. Now these people get plays called for them night in and night out. They get 25 to 30 catches. Ceballos gets all of this on his own without plays being run.
Smith fouls Magic on the drive. Ceballos 17 points, 3 rebounds tonight, Hubie. Smith called for the personal, his second. Now Ceballos on the wing, the lob inside the 3, nicely done.
It just doesn't make, whatever they want to run, they can run and score at will. Plus, we just saw another backcourt turnover. Golden State averages 17 turnovers a game, which is too high for a team with as many ball handlers as they have. Now, just keep an eye on this little basic rub. They throw a lob. The ball was lobbed right in front of Ronnie Cycli. He never moved to intercept the pass. And then, after the score, they turn the ball over in the backcourt. Now, you can see that's a very frustrated coach. Already, they have 9 turnovers. We still have 7 minutes to go in the first half. For an NBA team, 15 is too high for any NBA game.
Campbell on the low block, spinning inside, missing. Loose ball picked up by Joe Smith to Chris Mullen. Mullen lobbing Cycli. Bad lob. Lakers back quickly. Magic running. Finding Eddie Jones for the tomahawk.
I mean, they can finish. This is a great finishing team. When you have Eddie Jones and Ceballos running the lanes, then you have shot blockers and trailers like Divac and Elton Campbell. This is a murder team in transition.
The NBA on TNT is brought to you by Jeep, makers of the new Jeep Grand Cherokee, Cherokee, and Wrangler, and by Domino's Ultimate Deep Dish Pizza.
Recently, Jeep engineers made an amazing discovery.
We found it.
Yeah.
The perfect way to improve our four-wheel drive system.
And one discovery led to another.
Wow. Our new suspension enhancements perform great out here.
The new Jeep Grand Cherokee, 4-Wheeler Magazine's 4-Wheeler of the Year.
Amazing.
The dual airbags?
Yeah.
Obviously, our engineers didn't miss a thing.
We're going to kill them. They're history.
Let me at them. Give me 2 minutes and there'll be nothing left of them.
One bite of Domino's Deep Dish.
I love.
And you're talking deep.
Sinking my teeth in them.
No stop until the last one's demolished.
The cheese and crust combo that'll blow them away. Mile-high crust loaded with cheese bubbling right to the edge. Call now for a large one topping just $9.99.
Where's the other team?
Another forfeit.
Here you go.
Thanks.
I travel a lot, but you don't have to play in the NBA to visit new places and meet new people. All you have to do is pick up a book, because when you know how to read, adventures come to you.
Today's story is Little Shaq Horner.
Yes.
So no matter who you are or what you plan to do, learn how to read. It opens up a whole new world.
Shaq's gonna be some.
It's a good thing he doesn't play basketball.
56-39 Lakers with their biggest lead of the game, and here he is in action. Magic Johnson, 8 points, 4 assists already.
You're going to see he cuts off the defensive player in transition. Now, once they drop it down, you've got to challenge the shot right there. Go for the shot block, foul the player. If you don't get the block, send them to the foul line. You just cannot allow them a layup drill. Already they have scored over 20 points in this game in transition. That was their 22nd fast break point. Now Magic looking good because what we told you, that 4 guy who's playing him is out of the picture totally from a defensive standpoint.
Foul on Nick Van Exel. In the 10 minutes that Magic Johnson has played in this game, LA's outscored Golden State 36-20. While he's been on the floor. They said when Magic comes back, it'll make the team better. And Hubie's had more minutes in this first half than I expected to see from him.
Well, I think more than anyone expected. And talking to their coaches today, they were hoping to get him maybe 25 minutes in the game. But I think when they made the early drop in after only 3 minutes of play, taking Elton Campbell out, I think they just did that on the spur of the moment. Plus, he has played well. Golden State has played right into their hands because they're not guarding him.
Reggie Theus, you're with a very happy lady.
Oh, yeah, she's extremely happy. Cookie, I'm over here with Magic's wife, Cookie, and this has to be a very exciting day for you guys.
Yeah, I'm ecstatic. It's almost like deja vu seeing him in that uniform again, but it's a good feeling.
Well, he's worked really hard to get back in shape. He said that you were really one of the reasons why he pursued it so hard.
Yeah, in the past I was totally against it, but this time I really felt peace about it, and I told him, you know, go ahead, get it out your system.
I know you got a hot bath and some Epsom salt going for his body when he gets home, huh?
That's right.
All right, Cookie, thanks a lot. Enjoy the game. Okay. Hello.
Say hi.
Say hi.
Say yay, Daddy.
Say yay, Daddy.
EJ, say yay,
yay, Daddy. Say yay, Daddy, EJ. Little EJ.
Say yay, Daddy.
Yay, Daddy.
All right. Back to you, Bob.
Reggie Theus, you're the man. You get that out of little EJ. Hey, Daddy. Congratulations. Good interview. Joe Smith, 7 points, 4 rebounds at the line. You've got to be happy for this family that's undergone so much stress since that HIV positive retirement announcement in November of 1991. Sprewell. Big board from Eldon Campbell. He has 5 rebounds. Pass to Magic. Here's Hardaway. Nice drive and dish. Sprewell.
Here's where he's dangerous. As soon as they score with the long pass long.
Crowd chuckling as both Magic and Campbell were late coming down the floor. Magic on the drive draws the foul. 5:35 to go in the first half.
If I'm Timmy Hardaway, I'm upset also. I honestly thought that he made an excellent move. He darted in, got his hand inside, knocked that ball loose from Magic.
It's one of the things about Magic Johnson coming back, though. These kind of stars get called.
Well, you can see Hardaway telling the referee right now. He said, hey, I got all ball that time. If you're going to call that, then call it at the other end when I got grabbed by the wrist.
56-43 Lakers, 5:30 to go in the first half of play. Eldon Campbell. The man who's had the reduced minutes tonight is center Vlade Divac. Eddie Jones. Magic Johnson with a rebound. No look, knocked out of bounds. Laker ball.
Until he learns the other positions, they will continue to play Magic at the 4 or 5. The 2 positions, power forward and center, are interchangeable. Once he learns the wings, then he'll be taking minutes away from the small forward position.
Quick move inside. That's goaltending. Clifford Rozier.
That was really a bad move. I honestly thought that ball was going to be short. Now you're going to see it right now. He comes with the left-handed hook right here, and you can see the ball did not have a chance of going in. So you look at the referee and you say, that's not goaltending because the ball's got to have a chance to go down.
That one has a chance of going down. It's thrown down by Joe Smith, who has 9.
See, I would continue to go at Magic Johnson. I mean, sure. I don't know. Why let him stay out on the floor? Anytime that you go away from him, all you're doing is giving him more minutes.
Oh, Ceballos, he scores so many ways. One of those greats, I call him Snake because that's what he does down on the line. 19 points for Cedric already. Mullen to Sprewell. Eddie Jones running. Lakers have the numbers. Magic tipped away by Sprewell.
Well, anytime that you see a player come up empty at the other end, especially with an air ball, you like to see him give the physical effort to get down the floor, and we just saw Sprewell sprint to knock that ball free.
19 seconds on the shot clock, 4:20 to go in the half, 60-45 Lakers. Van Exel knocks down the three. He has 7.
Golden State very free in giving you the pivot pass, and then when the double team that time came so late, it was easy to pick out the man at the top of the circle, and there was no rotation.
Hardaway's line drive is a triple, and it's 63-48. Lakers by 15. Their biggest lead in this game has been 18. Lakers have led it all the way. Magic Johnson 10 points off the bench with 4 assists. Eldon Campbell, nice move to the left hand and the foul.
If I'm a Laker power player tonight, I am so happy because all I have to do is catch a pass, make one move into the middle, drop step, take it to the basket, I either score. Now just keep an eye on this. Then they drop step and they just take it to the rim for a layup. They score, or they get fouled, or they miss and they still get fouled.
Come on, man! Devon's kept it alive. Magic Johnson goes to the bench. Back out to Van Exel. Campbell. Joe Smith finally controls it for Golden State. Here's Hardaway on the move. Beautiful play by Tim Hardaway. You can see his knees fine from that major surgery he had nearly 2 years ago.
Let me just make a point there. If I'm Rozier, I'm a little bit upset because I was wide open for a layup. The point guard kept the ball and then laid it up right in front of me. If the pass would have been made, you would have a happy power forward here who might now block a shot and rebound at the other end for him.
Evots takes it inside. Joe Smith. Hubie, you talked about his shot blocking abilities. Here's an example. Hardaway penetrating again. The foul and the basket.
Continuation. See, the Lakers cannot let up tonight. They have just had a freeway of easy baskets because at any time that Golden State gives you some type of defense, and you're going to see it right here, good jump stop, there was the foul, continuation play. You cannot fall asleep on these guys because we told you Golden State is second in the league in scoring. They can score a bushel of points, plus they are a big three-point shooting team. They can do it in a hurry.
See Hardaway's number. Eddie Jones goes to the bench with 3 personal fouls for the Lakers now. 65-53, Lakers by 12. They've led by as many as 18. Magic Johnson has 5 assists and 10 points in this game with a lot more minutes than I expected in this first half of his return. And Eldon Campbell, who's having a career year, is playing with a little bit more pizzazz tonight than he usually does. And Campbell has 6 points and 6 rebounds. Hardaway has 7 straight points. Van Exel. Follow. Ceballos can't get it going. Rozier. Hardaway, look out. He's hot. Crossover. Sprewell through 3 players.
I see right now, Del Harris is very upset, and he's got to be. Are you going to take a timeout now, or are you just going to yell at them from the sideline? Because you can see right now your team is giving you a half-hearted effort. People are taking you off the dribble. Let me tell you, L.A. is one of the better half-court defensive teams in this league.
Away with the drive, bad pass. Lakers, Van Exel, Ceballos. Oh my! That's one of those dunks that helped him win the NBA Slam Dunk Championship. Ceballos has 21. That one would have not gotten him a 10, though. It was about a 6 because it didn't really go through that cleanly. Lakers by 12. Hardaway, long 3. Oh, Hardaway is feeling it tonight. He has 16 and 2 3-pointers. 14 points for Tim Hardaway this quarter. Illegal defense.
What you like about Cedric Ceballos, we told you, not only is the transition game because he's always hustling to get out there. Now that was a nice razzmatazz, but what I like about his game, tonight he's 10 for 11 from the field, but coming in he's shooting 52% from the floor, and he's also an 80% foul shooter.
that technical because of the second illegal defensive call. Reebok halftime report coming up. Ernie Johnson in our Atlanta studios with Cheryl Miller. Cheryl, an L.A. resident, will have some feelings about this return, I'm sure, too. Recap of the Bulls and Rockets, our earlier telecast here. Bulls won it. Scores and highlights featuring hot teams, Hawks and Pacers. And Divac now has 10 points, and the Lakers are up 12.
I have seen more layups here tonight than in all the games that I have worked combined we have seen in this first half.
Hardaway, surprise Sprewell with the steal. Pass intended for Van Exel. Sprewell wanted the three. Gives it up to Smith on the baseline. Joe Smith has 11.
Now, Tim Hardaway's having a good night offensively, but he's also having a very tough night with turnovers. He's making some very, splashy passes that are resulting in turnovers. Plus, he's been stripped a number of times.
George Lynch. Rozier with a rebound. Kersey back on the floor. Joe Smith was alone. Sprewell didn't see him. Sprewell is fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line with 21.7 seconds to go in the half. The crowd and probably some of these players catching their breath now. This was a very anxious time tonight prior to this game. One of the toughest tickets since the early 90s playoffs for the LA Lakers. The return of Magic Johnson. The tension in this building, you could just cut it with a knife. Everybody looking forward to this. Now Magic's back. He has his 10 points, his 5 assists. He's played about 12 minutes in the first half of play, and now we're back to a basketball game. Everybody's starting now to have to think about playing ball.
Well, they're looking at this team and saying, last year we lost in the second round of the playoffs because we did not have a go-to post-up guy to close, because if he didn't score and they got fouled, could he go to the line? Well, Divac and Campbell are 63% foul shooters, so that eliminated your down-low game. It cost them a couple of games, and they could have upset San Antonio. But now they're looking and saying, can Magic get his legs in shape? Can he get it done against the good playoff teams?
Kersey spinning into the middle. Offensive foul, wave off the basket.
Well, they'll call that every time. They'll call that every time when you come down in and go right into the chest of the defender.
13th Golden State turnover in this half. Intercepted by Rozier. That's the end of the first half. Lakers lead it by 9. And this on Tuesday, January 30, 1996. Mark it down. Magic Johnson, first half numbers on the return. His first actual NBA game in 55 months. 10 points, 5 assists, and a lot of entertainment.
AT&T introduces a tool that will change the way your business runs. It helps you cut through the latest news, sort financial data, and access internet sites. It organizes the information you need and puts it all right at your fingertips. The AT&T Business Network, the new online service for business. AT&T, for the life of your business.
Dave has a dilemma. What to put on Wendy's new bacon cheeseburger?
Dave, something mild. Play it safe.
Come on, don't be a wimp. Give it some zing.
Oh, no. Gouda would be nice.
Spice it up. How about pepper jack?
Oh, my.
Well, Dave started cooking. A quarter pound of fresh beef, 3 strips of bacon, the perfect sauce, and a slice of pepper jack cheese for a bacon cheeseburger that's really spicy.
Oh, Dave, be careful. Mind your own business.
Attaboy.
Wendy's new pepper jack bacon cheeseburger.
It's gotta be the cheese. Some people say I've got too much on my mind. Movies, music, toys, correction. There's only one thing in my head. The championship. The championship. Because I got 10 fingers and no rings. And I love jewelry. That's what's on my mind. This is my planet.
You got room for a brother on your planet?
The Reebok Halftime Report is brought to you by Reebok. Come see how the game is played on Planet Reebok.
10 of those 72 first-half Laker points coming from Earvin Magic Johnson in his return in the Laker uniform. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Reebok Halftime Report. I'm Ernie Johnson. This is Cheryl Miller. Boy, what a night at the Great Western Forum. And Magic Johnson just had him roaring in L.A. First half action. I want to show you a sequence here of what Magic was doing on both ends of the floor. Oh, Latrell Sprewell. That's a ball fake, man. Don't worry about it, kid. He's done it to better players than you. Now back on the other end, same sequence as he hustles back down to the other end. And who's going to take the charge? Yeah, I think that'd be number 32. Getting it done on both ends and really firing them up at the Great Western Forum. Cheryl, we watched this thing and in amazement at times.
Trying to fix my neck because poor Sprewell.
Oh, right here.
Oh, my goodness.
Your thoughts on this, what he's brought this team tonight?
Hey, I'll tell you something, Ernie. I'm so excited for Magic Johnson, and I was really happy with Del Harris, the way that he brought him in early, didn't let that excitement build up so much that even Magic couldn't go out and have a magical performance. Certainly let the game come to him. Fantastic first half.
It's what they call a bumper, a goose bumper, and right now it's the Lakers 72-63. The Laker team of 1971-72 did something no other team in NBA history has done, win 69 games, and along the way stood 39-3 at one point. Earlier tonight on TNT, the Chicago Bulls took aim at that NBA record 39-3 mark, but to get there, they'd have to beat the reigning champs, the Bulls winners of 15 straight, meeting the Rockets at the Summit in Houston. And the Rockets in control early. Hakeem's going to be off the mark, but Clyde Drexler from the wing makes it a 28-20 Houston lead. Michael Jordan had an off night. Steve Kerr picked up the slack. He had 4 threes on the night, 17 points for the game. Fourth period, Chicago up 83-77. Ron Harper getting taken by Sam I Am. They're down 4, but Scottie Pippen to the rescue. They hit 12 threes on the night. Scottie had 28 points. That's your basic dagger. In fact, Scottie had a weird night. 28 points, 12 boards, 12 turnovers. Does not count as a triple-double. 98-87, the Bulls win it. That is 16 straight. They are 39-3. They tie the old Laker mark. And you're going to see the Bulls on TNT on Friday night against guess who? Yes, indeed. Magic Johnson and the Lakers playing host to Michael Jordan and the Bulls. You may want to get in front of the set right now and not budge. Friday night after the Suns and Cavs here on TNT. The Bulls are another story. I don't know if anybody's going to beat them. Maybe 79-3 is not out of the question.
Rolling. But you know what, to be honest, Ernie, Houston had its chances. I mean, it's the first time that I've ever seen a Houston ball club not take advantage of some opportunities. I was very surprised. But it really goes to show you how much the Rockets really miss Mario Elie. I mean, they miss his defensive intensity and his offense.
Yes, and the Bulls tonight, this tells you something about them. Michael going 7 out of 26 from the field. They still win the game 98-87. More to come on the Reebok Halftime Report. Between them, the Hawks and Pacers have won 16 in a row. Their Market Square showdown is next. A clip from L.A., one of the 5 Magic assists on the night. Lakers leading.
Get ready to watch the Nestle Crunch Slam Dunk, featuring the best slam dunkers in the NBA. Saturday, February 10th, 7 p.m. Eastern on TNT. And play the Nestle Instant Win Rapper game. Look for this in-store display. Inside specially marked Nestle candy bars is a chance to win a trip to the '97 NBA Finals and thousands of other great prizes. The Nestle Crunch Slam Dunk. It's crunch time. February 10th, 7 Eastern on TNT.
Thanks for joining us for a Tuesday night doubleheader of the NBA on TNT. The Reebok Halftime Report continuing with the Lakers on top 72-63. Almost lost in the dust of the rampaging Bulls in the Central. The Pacers and the Hawks, who have been fairly warm lately, too. The Hawks have won their last 10. The Pacers on a 6-game streak as they hooked up at Market Square. Battle of the shooting guards. Reggie got the better of Steve Smith, 22-3. And there's Reggie on the run in stride and one. They're up 11. They were up 6 at the half. Dale Davis, 17 points, 20 boards. Man alive, they're up 10. Craig Elo trying to keep the Hawks in this thing. He had a season-high 28 points. He also was 5 for 5 from three-point land, and the closest guy to him there was the valet out in the parking lot. Dale Davis. Someone stop him. Right through the paint. Lenny says that is not the kind of defense I preach. They lose 107-90. The Indiana Pacers have won 7 in a row. The Hawks have their 10-game winning streak snapped. Your brother's team is kind of hitting its stride there, Cheryl.
I'll tell you, Larry Brown has to be extremely pleased. He finally has his team playing that consistent defense. And, Ernie, I know that it was a mere oversight on your part, but baby brother was player of the week.
Yes, he was, and for that we congratulate him. He had 22 tonight. Steve Smith, by the way, had 3 points for the Hawks in that shooting guard battle. On to the scores we go. Magic 104-99 over the Celtics. Their home streak is continuing, 44 straight against the East. Shaq had 30. Miami still has not won at home against Phoenix all time. 114-99, the final is Charles at 37. Denver and Minnesota went down to the buzzer. The Nuggets beat them by a deuce when Leitner missed a couple of threes in the closing ticks. The Mavs and the Clippers, it goes to Dallas 105-101, the 5th triple-double. That's the NBA high for Jason Kidd. 21 points, 16 boards, 16 assists. Toronto and Sacramento have reached the half at Arco. Don't you wish you were there? 51-34. The Kings with the lead over the Dinosaurs. In New Jersey and Seattle at Key Arena. They are in the 3rd. It's been a while since the Nets have won in Seattle, 1989 to be exact. It is 60-57, the Sonics with the lead over New Jersey. And tonight at the Great Western Forum, here's the situation. The Lakers on top of the Golden State Warriors. Magic Johnson, 10 points, 5 assists. If you missed it, there's the ball fake. There's Latrell Sprewell. Oh, you gotta love it.
A heartbeat away from death.
Wipe them out.
A dangerous spark ignites.
The price of freedom is never cheap.
I'll execute it tomorrow.
An all-new Hercules.
She's gonna betray you.
Then a new reign of terror and mistaken identity.
You're not Cena.
Exposed.
And now you don't even believe I'm me.
This could get ugly.
You have no idea.
An all-new Cena. Check local listings for time and station.
Lakers score 72 first-half points and give up 63 and lead it by 9. Moments away from the second half. Let's go to Reggie Theus and Rick Adelman.
All right, Coach, the Lakers played great in that first half. You guys are only down by 9 points. Your thoughts in the first half?
Well, they got out and ran, got the open court, but we were awful defensively. I mean, we just let them, got transition baskets, they got easy post-ups, and, you know, if we don't do a better job defensively and stopping easy baskets, we're going to have a hard time. But, you know, you're right. We are very fortunate we're only 9 down. So if we could just start making some stops and making them try to make more than one pass to hit a basket, we're going to be all right.
All right, Coach, thanks. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
All right, back to you.
Thanks, Reggie. Hubie, one of the notes that Marty Aronoff, our astute statistician, gave us was the fact that Golden State outscored L.A. while Magic was on the floor. So, yes, he got 10 points and 5 assists, but is vulnerable defensively, which, of course, you expected.
Yeah, I'm just kind of surprised at how easy they're getting the ball into the post-up areas, and they're just beating people, you know, with simple, basic, fundamental moves, scoring easy. And then the Golden State complicating this game by turning the ball over so much in the backcourt and then allowing them to get out, which is their game. 2-on-1, 3-on-2, allowing Jones, Ceballos to finish. So you have to like with the Lakers. But if I'm coaching Golden State right now, I just read them the riot act in there. And if they'll get their game together and play any type of defense, they can win this thing.
Yeah, they're down 9 points, but the big story, Magic Johnson has returned after missing. It's been 55 actual NBA games since he got back. Magic returns, and there is his first bucket on the return.
Yeah, well,
Hubie, what did you think about his conditioning?
Well, you can just see the strength in the upper body. Now, right now, you're going to see, once he makes his pass, look, a nice head fake, take it strong to the hole.
He looks like he's ready to be back.
Well, you know, he had a nice half. Now, here, 2 defenders collide. Well, you can't do that with Magic with the basketball because he's going to deliver the assist. He had 5 assists. Now, at this end, one of the fewer times that Hardaway penetrates and finishes, makes a fairly decent move to the basket. Right now, he's 5 for 6 from the floor. Another move, sending it home. Unfortunately, it's the turnovers which are killing him. Now, you can, anytime teams shoot 57 and 64%, we know no one is defending, okay? The fast break points, that's the major difference. 24-11 because of the incredible turnovers in the backcourt by the Warriors.
Scoring leaders for, first of all, the Golden State Warriors, who scored 63 points themselves in the first half of play. Tim Hardaway had 16 points. Latrell Sprewell with 13, and Gatling and Joe Smith both with 11 each. We're underway here at the Forum. The Lakers leading it by 9. Lakers Cedric Ceballos with 21. Magic and Vlade Divac both with 10.
Well,
10 on the shot clock.
Anytime that you come out and set up in a half-court trap, what you're trying to do is to pick up the intensity of your ball club, and they're coming right back. They're very good at playing off the ball.
With 3 on the shot clock, Joe Smith puts it up, hits the iron, starts a new 24. This is Sprewell. He knocks it down, and it's a 7-point Lakers lead with 11:27 to go. Third quarter, opening moments from the Great Western Forum. The return of Magic Johnson. It's a packed, sellout crowd. Big buck tickets here tonight. It's been an exciting first half. Crowd quiet now as they relax and catch their second breath. Ceballos on the penetration and the dish to Eddie Jones. 3 on the shot clock. Ball out of bounds as the shot clock wound down to 0.
Now they're going to give them 1/10 of a second here. Now on this, you cannot make a catch and a shot. You need 3/10 of a second. So this has to be a lob to the front of the rim and then a dunk.
There's the lob. That would have counted. 72-65 Lakers. E.J. Armstrong. Joe Smith missing. Cedric Ceballos with the rebound in front of Jerome Kersey.
Look out.
Trying to post up Eldon Campbell.
Now that's the first time we've seen a post-up guy fronted by Golden State in this game.
Into Divac, who had 10 in the first half. Open man is Campbell from 13 feet.
I tell you, Elton Campbell has been hot. Coming into this game, the 3 previous games, 20 points, 14 rebounds, and 4 block shots. Now that is a ton, and I'll tell you, Reggie Miller might have been player of the week, but I hope Elton Campbell is second.
Armstrong to Kersey, 6 on the shot clock. The lob inside to Joe Smith, the double team. Van Exel ties him up. Campbell, Van Exel, look for the penetration. Ceballos, not this time. That's out of his range. You don't see that very much from Cedric Ceballos. Divac keeps it alive.
Well, we have 2 good offensive rebounding teams here this evening.
Ceballos has it stripped, but they're calling the foul. Ed Middleton with the whistle. Speaking of Elton Campbell, here's Eldon.
Now you're going to see the double team come from the top. They kick right back to Elton Campbell, and the shot is there. Now, any time that Golden State double teams, they never make a rotation. And you can see right now, Elton's having a good year. He's up 4 points a game. His rebounding is up. Field goal percentage is up, and the blocks are up. Now, when you put Magic Johnson into the rotation with Divac and Elton Campbell, you say, well, whose minutes? Who are losing the minutes? Well, Strong, Lynch, and then Blount are the 3 guys now who are going to get left out once they start playing against major competition.
And they'll start playing major competition on Friday against the Chicago Bulls, who bring that win streak in here to the Forum.
Now you can see this trap definitely has Golden State totally out of sync here.
Sprewell on the penetration, goes to the left hand, wards off Divac with his right.
Now he definitely ward him up, no doubt about it, Bob. That could have been a clear out, but then also I thought that Divac was right up in there with the body.
So Sprewell will go to the free throw line on the shooting foul. 9:19 to go in the quarter, and the Lakers have built their lead to 11. They've led by as many as 18 in the first half of this game.
Now in the first half for Sprewell, he was 6 for 10. He came out, made a quick field goal, so he's 7 for 11 from the floor tonight. And he's having a weird year. He's only shooting 41% from the floor, 28 in threes.
That one will go down, and it's a 10-point Lakers lead. Magic Johnson, by the way, played 13 minutes in the first half, 10 points and 5 assists. And we'll probably see him again here in the middle of this quarter off the bench. By the way, Magic also had no turnovers in the first half. Feed inside. Ceballos, no look to Campbell. Oh, baby. This young man has really arrived.
Well, Ceballos is just having a banner evening. He's 11 for 12 from the floor tonight.
Sprewell just barely hit the side of the backboard on that one. Van Exel. Eddie Jones. Loose ball foul.
Oh, no!
On Cycli.
Now they had to Cycli over the top. Now just keep an eye on this. Now see, Divac will give the ball up. And that is a beautiful pass by Ceballos.
Cycli just picked up his 4th personal foul, and Chris Gatling gets into the game. Gatling played very well in the first half with 11 points and 5 rebounds. There's Ronnie on the bench with his 4 fouls.
Well, you just have to keep wearing this out. Now, once again, Divac can go over the top of Gatling at will.
Van Exel goes over the top on the batted ball. Kersey defended the ball out of the post back into the hands of Van Exel, who nails the triple. The Lakers have an 81-66 lead. Bad pass from the rookie, Ceballos.
See, that's eye recognition. As soon as that ball was stolen, Ceballos was out of there like a shot down the middle of the floor. The man who made the steal recognized him, made the pass.
The NBA on TNT is brought to you by Chevrolet Trucks, the most dependable, longest-lasting trucks on the road.
Like a 6 World Series.
Sometimes trouble comes looking for you. 1, 2, 3. And that's when you have to stop. Think. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And find a way to not let it get you. Peace.
You see Magic Johnson, second from the left up there, his retired jersey. Well, it's unretired and on his shoulders tonight. We talked to Del Harris before this game about how he wanted to work Magic Johnson back into the Laker lineup.
Irvin has to learn one position at a time. We have 3 positions on our team: point guard, outside, and inside. He's learning the inside spots first. And then in a week or so, he'll learn the outside spots. And he won't really be point guard on the team. At any time that you see him with the ball, to be as a point forward, similar to the way I used Robert Reed or Rick Barry way back in the early 80s. But it'll be interesting. It's going to be exciting, and he's going to be an interesting combination of power and finesse.
Magic enters the game with 7:52 to go in the third quarter, as Del Harris talks about how he'll work Magic Johnson into the lineup. Again in the first half, Magic with 10 points and 5 assists.
Now that was another steal by Eddie Jones at the other end of the floor. Just a simple guard to forward pass, and Eddie Jones picked it out and started down the floor.
That's 3 steals for Eddie Jones tonight. And the call by Ed Middleton draws a discussion from Chris Gatling, who gives him a little demonstration of how he's trying to play back there with his elbows bent.
Well, they're not going to allow you to put your hands in the guy's lower back. They told you that the rule is the forearm in the lower back is fine.
Yeah, I think the demonstration would cause him be called guilty. Speaking of that, Chris Darden, the attorneys, the LA prosecutor's office here in the auditorium tonight. Magic has not hit a long-range shot tonight. Not surprising. 83-66 LA. B.J. Armstrong. Gatling was open. B.J. got him the ball.
Well, you have to create the passing angle, and then when you create the passing angle, be able to have the distance to make the pass.
How about that pass? The bounce pass to the breaking Campbell, who made the dish for the basket. Oh, yes.
Well, I tell you, Ceballos, that was a great catch. His back was parallel to the baseline. He scored that with his left hand.
Armstrong stepped on the line. That's a 2. 85-70, 6:45 to go third quarter. Campbell posted on the right side, Johnson on the left. People looking for Johnson and Eddie Johnson. Eddie Jones gets the two-handed jam. Again, that lack of interior defense from the Warriors.
All you have to do is pass and cut here, and you get a layup, and that must be very disappointing for the staff, because I know that the Golden State people honestly thought their guys would come out and meet the intensity of the evening here.
That's a nice pass inside to B.J. Armstrong, who gets the turnaround jumper to go down. It's 8 points in the game for B.J. Lakers by 15. They've led by as many as 18 in the game.
To show you how many easy baskets have been scored by the Lakers, they already have 31 assists. And if a team gets 28, they would lead this league. And we all have 6 minutes to go in this third quarter.
Ceballos is filling it up. That is his 29th point here tonight. Ceballos 13 of 16 from the floor. They've all been from in there, almost all of them. Kersey's jumper. Magic Johnson with the rebound, and this is what they're looking for from him. The bounce pass didn't get there this time. Did it hit somebody's foot? Armstrong with the drive and the lay-in past Magic.
See, it's nice that Magic Johnson returns in a game that's a blowout, and you have this type of action so that he can get his wind, get a feeling for his teammates. They get a feeling for him in full court action. You're going to see this is a clear out right now. He's going to take Joe Smith off the dribble.
Joe Smith defending him, keeping him out of the paint, but he's going to the left hand up shot. Oh, baby. Joe Smith did what he thought would be the right thing. Well, kept him out of the paint off his right hand.
He's 255 pounds, and most of it's in the upper body, and he just kept knocking Joe back.
Joe Smith weighs 225, so that's at least 30 pounds difference in the weight of those two. Here goes Joe Smith trying to body Magic Johnson out of the paint.
Well, you can see this is an offensive foul. There it is. You're going to see if he hit him there. That's an offensive foul, and he's going to do it again. And boom, and then as he gets that, he makes the turn. Now, you know, on this evening, he is not getting that call. Now, Joe Smith might get that call when they play in Oakland.
Speaking of Oakland, what was it, 123-105 the first time these two teams played. Nice pass to Joe Smith. Missed the jam, but he was fouled by Campbell.
I'm just surprised at that they do not continue to allow Joe Smith to take Magic Johnson strong and get him in foul trouble.
Orlando got a win tonight. Phoenix, big win down in Miami by 15. By the way, as you look at the Chevy scoreboard, Atlanta's win streak snapped. Indiana now at 7 wins in a row. Dallas had a triple-double from Jason Kidd. In our first telecast tonight, it was Chicago over Houston. Chicago comes in here for the second part of a doubleheader on Friday night that we'll have on TNT. We'll first have Phoenix at Cleveland, followed by the Lakers and the Bulls. All of the scores and highlights are on CNN Sports Late Night at 1:30 a.m. Eastern with Barry LeBrock and Nancy Newman.
Now, the coaching staff just loves the talent of Joe Smith. Not just the athletic side of it all, but also because of his work ethic and the fact that he is constantly trying to learn new things. The problem is many nights he gets overmatched at that power forward because of the size of guys and the physical strength.
There's pick and roll with the power forward in the center. And Divac leans inside and scores.
Vlade Divac is, you know, when Kevin McHale ended his tenure here, you know, Vlade's one of the top centers that we have in the league with his back to the basket for multiple moves.
Johnson trying to defend Gatling now. Gatling missing on that one. Ceballos with the rebound of Van Exel. Lakers have the numbers. Oh, look at that pass, but picked off beautifully by Latrell Sprewell in the passing lane to Tim Hardaway. B.J. Armstrong missing.
Well, they're trying to do everything in their power here. They've gone to 3 guards, playing Sprewell at that small forward position, going small against small, hoping that Sprewell can do something with Ceballos. There's a long lob.
And not a good lob for Magic Johnson. Ceballos wasn't ready. The timing actually between Magic and the rest of these teammates has been actually pretty good tonight. That's only Magic's second turnover. And he said earlier in an interview with us that he would adjust to the Lakers. He hoped they didn't have to make so much adjustment to him. Joe Smith's up and under, goes nowhere, and Magic Johnson and Smith go down on the floor battling for the ball, and it'll be a jump ball underneath the Golden State backboard. Coming up tomorrow on TBS, our sister network, Karl Malone and the Utah Jazz take on Portland at 8 Eastern time. Chip Carey and Chuck Daly will have that game for you. Then on Friday, another doubleheader. Smiling face of Mike Fratello. He's not been smiling lately. His Cleveland team's been losing a little bit. Bulls and Lakers are the second game of that doubleheader. Hubie and I will be there in Cleveland to see Phoenix take on the Cavaliers. Van Exel. Eddie Jones, Magic Johnson, the whistle before the shot.
Well, that was excellent team play. When Magic gets involved with these people, what you will see is also total unselfish play, forcing players to make the extra pass. We're seeing a lot of that this evening. And then also, players will cut more without the basketball because they know that the pass will be there.
So his first free throw since the 4-year absence misses for Irvin Johnson.
Well, throughout his 12-year career, you can see the points during the regular season, the same at the playoffs, assists even up at playoff time, and the rebounding. Now remember, he was a point guard, but defensively, he played up front at playoff time, and also he was the team leading rebounder in the last 5 years that he played with the Lakers.
Rebound by Magic Johnson, and I might add that the Lakers never had a losing month in his 12 years. Think of that.
That's 60 months of basketball.
Hardaway to Smith, who couldn't handle it. 2:33 to go in the quarter. Lakers lead at 99-75. Timeout on the floor. Lakers having their way with the Warriors.
Make no mistake, Spiff is here.
2:33 to go in the third quarter. Lakers up by 19, and Reggie Theus is with a man who was on this Lakers team when Magic made his first appearance. Reggie.
All right, Bob, thanks a lot. Norm Nixon, have you seen L.A. buzz like this since back in Showtime?
No, it's been a while, Reggie. Only when you were here in high school it was buzzing like this.
What about Magic's return? Did you think he was going to play this well coming out first?
I didn't expect him to play this well, but it doesn't surprise me because Magic is always going to be Magic.
All right, back to you, Bob.
Norm Nixon had a heck of a career. He was the incumbent when Magic Johnson made his debut in 1979. Anthony Peeler into the game for the Los Angeles Lakers. Magic staying on the floor, played 13 minutes in the first half. 7 on the clock. Peeler. You talked about opening up the perimeter game when Magic posted up.
Well, that's Peeler's second three of this evening. He's 2 for 3 in threes. He had 5 in the first half.
Magic 7 assists. Rebound Peeler. 1:54 to go in the quarter. Warriors keep turning the ball over is what I was about to say, just as they turn it over again. That was Joe Smith.
You can see the upper body strength of Magic, and we had a chance to talk to him. You grab him in the shoulder area. You know, it's from all of that weightlifting and working out. He's really extremely strong from the waist up. And you can see he keeps freezing Joe Smith just with one hand.
That was Magic's first personal foul. Count the basket and the foul. Foul on Vlade Divac. Crowd kind of quiet here, Hubie. They were very excited about the return of Magic Johnson, but have not been rewarded with a very well-played ball game.
No, well, you can't fool this crowd. They've seen great basketball through the years. You're talking about a team that has won 11 NBA championships, so they're accustomed to better play at both ends of the floor. Yeah, they're happy with what Magic is doing right now. They see some shoddy play from them, but at the other end, there's absolutely no resistance here.
There's a defensive play by Joe Smith, and Golden State comes back. Inside to Gatling. He's been successful down on the block tonight. 18 points for Chris Gatling off the bench. Ronnie Cycli on the bench with 4 personal fouls for the Warriors. Magic Johnson, again, just single coverage. Stripped away. And then the follow rims out of there. Magic kept it alive, but Divac stepped on the line. Pretty good defense.
That was the second time that Joe Smith tried to front a post guy during the score. Magic Johnson just put his arm out and froze him right on the spot and caught the ball with the other hand.
96-80 Lakers. Under a minute to go, third period. Hardaway's famous crossover. The dish to Gatling.
Well, it's nice to see that he's been able to knife through on a few occasions this evening. Now, he's 9 for 11 from the floor. Gatling, that was a beautiful dish by Hardaway.
Johnson out high on the floor inside to Divac. Lost his footing. Sprewell spins inside. There's Johnson, but Smith gets the pass and he draws the foul from George Lynch.
Catch you with two hands, dunk it strong with two hands. It's a potential three-point play. Now you're going to see a nice pass here by Sprewell. He's got to take the defense to him, make the pass. See, Smith wants to do, you know, a one-handed jab, but that gives the defense a chance to recover. And you have to remember that the Lakers are the third shot-blocking team in this league. You can see Smith, what he's doing with the other rookies with the almost 15 points and 7 rebounds. And you can see there are a few other guys who are getting more points, but they're also getting more shot attempts. But Smith is having a very solid year.
Finley really coming on for Phoenix lately.
Oh, absolutely. Finley is doing a terrific job. And even now that Barkley and KJ are back, Finley is still starting and giving them solid numbers.
Here comes the power forward through the traffic. Johnson knocked down, and he'll go to the free throw line. Golden State has scored 9 straight points. Magic will go to the line. He was 1 out of 2 the last time.
See, by giving Magic all of this time tonight, they have Wednesday and Thursday to practice, which will get him into the flow, back-to-back days. And then Friday night will be naturally a major test. The best defensive team in this league, you know, riding high. The Chicago Bulls will be in here. And when he comes in the game at power forward, he will be matched up with Dennis Rodman. So that is going to be a major task for Magic, because Rodman is going to rough him up, and they're not going to be making all the calls, and he will be able to front him, topside him, and that will be a real challenge.
Chris Gatling gets the ball off to Hardaway with 7 seconds in the quarter, and a foul out high on the floor is going to be called on Magic Johnson. 21 minutes, 15 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists for Magic, and 2 personal fouls.
Last year when Del Harris came to this team, they went from 33 wins to 48 wins. It was a plus 15. He was coach of the year. And the thing which really did it for him was the unselfish play, but their offense came out of their defense with all of the pressing and trapping, and then the outstanding half-court 1-3-1 trap. This got this group into a flow. It got Van Exel, Jones, and Ceballos running, causing turnovers, creating, and then their perimeter three-point game. This is an exciting team, and they're starting to make that move now. They won 8 out of their last night games before tonight, and now when you add Magic, they've got the guy that they want to be the closer for them in the last 2 to 3 minutes. Take this team on your shoulder, and then make the plays under the double teams, make the shot. When you get fouled, make the foul shots.
At a time when your family is growing.
Intro.
During the game, while you're watching
98-85, Lakers leading it by 13. 6.1 seconds to go in the third quarter. In case you dialed in late, here's what you missed when Magic Johnson entered the game. Actually, it was a little more exciting than it looks there. The crowd got on their feet. It was really an amazing moment as Magic Johnson, after 4 years, came out of retirement, 27 pounds heavier, and he's played tonight right around 20, I'm guessing now, 22, 23 minutes in this game. I would have been surprised if he played more than 15, so I stand surprised.
Well, the big test will be over the course of the season, back-to-back games, the traveling. Hopefully, they feel that what he will do is he will get stronger and he'll be able to make the adjustment. They feel, meaning the coaching staff, that the potential is there. Even though he's 36, they love his body and they like the unselfishness.
Time for a new cobalt blue bench-style front seat cover for your 78 Mercury Zephyr? Try to find that puppy at your everyday auto parts store. Welcome to Pep Boys, one of the biggest parts stores ever, with thousands more parts and accessories for more cars. More seat covers, floor mats, additives, and things smaller stores just can't fit. And of course, more name brand parts with lifetime warranties and a low price guarantee. Come to Pep Boys and drive away happy.
It's Gus's Guide to the Game. When we're watching hoops, it's all about moves.
Check out my 360 spin.
Ooh,
the pickpocket steal.
Around the back, 3-finger dive.
The ultimate deep dish pizza. Extra thick, extra zesty. Call now and get a large one-topping deep dish for just $9.99.
Sweet move!
One of these engines was filled with Castrol Syntec, a full synthetic oil, the rest with conventional oils. They were then drained and started without oil to prove a point. You see, Syntec has a unique molecular structure that bonds to engine parts. Lab tests show it leaves a layer of protection far stronger than conventional oils. And if Syntec protects this well now, imagine if you leave it in. Castrol Syntec protects in ways other oils can't.
Morning watch is on.
Looks like we're gonna get wet.
It is a phenomenon of nature.
All hands keep out of the rigging!
A subject of legend.
What happened to my ship was not imagined.
And a force
Skipper!
of pure destruction.
Keep moving!
Jeff Bridges in a film from the director of Alien. White Squall, rated PG-13, starts Friday, February 2nd.
"12 minutes left in this ball game. The Lakers allowing Golden State to hang around. 13-point lead by Los Angeles. And Magic Johnson on the bench now for a rest. Reggie Theus, how's he feeling?
I just asked him how was his win, and he looked at me with that Magic Johnson smile and said, "I'm not wheezing and I haven't thrown up, so everything is going great, and we're winning the ball game." Bob?
Thanks, Reggie. Only the kind of language two athletes speak to each other. Gatling with the rebound. 98-85 Lakers, final 12 minutes. And the Warriors have hung around. They're still in this contest. Clifford Rozier to Mullen. Bad pass, wanted to hit Rozier. Behind the back, Campbell from Sabalas to Sedale Threet. Nobody home.
Sedale Threet has always been a scorer. He was a great player at West Virginia State and a little NAIA All-American drafted by Philly many, many years ago, 12 years in this league. He has a scorer's mentality. You cannot allow him to keep his dribble.
Hardaway behind the back. Gatling misses the shot, but it'll be Warriors ball. We'll have these Lakers on television again Friday. First of all, the Suns visit the Cavaliers at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Phoenix with a big win tonight down in Miami. And the Bulls, who continued their winning streak with their victory over Houston, come in here to L.A. for the doubleheader on Friday night. Hope you'll join us for both of those ball games. Mullen, bad miss from the corner. Warriors ball.
At the end of three quarters, the Lakers were shooting 61%, Golden State 52. The rebounding is a wash, 30-28 in favor of the Lakers.
Technical foul has been called on Eldon Campbell.
Well, that's one of the few things wrong this evening in Campbell's game. He has 8 assists. He's been doing a very nice job defending, shot blocking, being unselfish, 7 rebounds, 10 points. So why not get a technical, fill up all of the stat sheet, keep Marty Aronoff cooking.
And Mullen hits the free throw. It's 186, and the Warriors get the ball with 10:57 to go in the game. Bad pass intercepted by Peeler. This is what's driving Rick Adelman crazy about this Warriors team. Here's Divac from long range. Rozier with the rebound to Hardaway. Saved by Divac. Beautiful play. Ceballos, nice feed from Zadale, 3-2.
He smells the break. I mean, it's amazing. When Divac went underneath the basket behind his back, he streaked right by this table. He was going. That was just beautiful to watch.
Also a tremendous young man. Had him on following the ball game last week, when he certainly led the Lakers to the Philadelphia. You see, said he smelled the break. Ceballos was already down on the baseline. There he is with the ball on the low post, and the defense isn't there yet. Ceballos makes him pay, just as you pointed out.
He had a
Impressing him.
Yeah, he had a very poor angle. That ball was shot like a cue ball.
In a matter of milliseconds, faster than the blink of an eye, Lincoln Continental's road-calibrated suspension automatically adjusts, giving you better control in ever-changing road conditions. Milliseconds. When it comes to choosing a luxury car, that's all the time you'll need. Lincoln Continental with the V8 InTech system. What a luxury car should be.
Well, when you first step on the court, it's like being on stage. It's hard to describe, but, you know, it's the adrenaline running inside of you. It's one of those unique feelings.
If you are down, you can always go out and play this game. It feels good just to be out there trying to help your teammates win the game.
I just love to be out there to perform for people. Just showing people something special. But the only thing that really matters is the love of the game, because the game is sacred.
Al Pacino is Mayor John Pappas.
New York City. This is the place.
He had the dream. He had the power. Until a shooting changed everything.
5 people are dead, and they're connected, and that's all I know. And that's all I want to know. This is a crisis that can sink us.
I get the funny feeling this one's not over yet.
Al Pacino, John Cusack, and Bridget Fonda. City Hall, rated R. At theaters February 16th.
Get ready for The Lazarus Man this Saturday at 9 on TNT.
Now let's take a look at tonight's Dutch boy in the paint.
Well, you can see the Warriors there are being murdered by the forwards, and then also the field goal attempts. Then at the center position, Divac's dominating. The reason is because Cycli has been in foul trouble all night long.
Tim Hardaway being defended by Sadale Threed, who's played a lot in this ball game tonight, a lot of minutes, I mean. Here's Joe Smith against Campbell. Smith, tough down low. That's the best part of his offensive game.
Yeah, well, it's nice to see that they finally use some movement to get him the ball, where he's not trying to muscle up against strength and size.
John Barry into the ball game, as is Anthony Peeler for the Lakers. Divac tried the lob to Campbell. Poorly advised.
But I'll tell you, though, well, what I liked about that, they actually tried to front the post-up player, putting the pressure on the passer to make a perfect pass. And what they do, they threw the ball, and it caused a bad angle, a little deflection, the ball's out of bounds.
And Joe Smith will have to go to the bench. That was his 5th personal foul. And Chris Gatling gets into the game now. That's a serious situation for the Warriors, as they're still technically in this thing with 9:30 to go, but Joe Smith on the bench. Campbell looking for somebody. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Rozier playing Campbell. What a nice play.
Oh, I tell you, he's doing a terrific job. He's shooting over 50% for the season. He has a lot of confidence in his offensive game, and he's averaging right around 13 a game.
Hey, and he's headed to a triple-double, 12 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists. Traveling is the call. Wave off the basket as Rozier turns it over. 20th turnover tonight for the Warriors. We'll see what the feelings of Rick Adelman are toward his club's lack of effort.
Well, we've all been there. If you stay in this game long enough, there are nights like this, and it doesn't make a bit of difference who you put out there. Nothing is jiving, and yet you're still hanging around. The coaching staff is feeling that, hey, all we need is a little defensive intensity, a little spurt. We could do it here.
A foul's going to be on Rozier. Some scores from the NBA tonight. Orlando gets the victory over the Boston, 104-99. Barkley had 37. The Phoenix win over Miami. We'll have Phoenix against Cleveland on Friday night. Indiana's 10-game winning streak snapped. Atlanta's is. Indiana's now won 7 in a row. Foul on the Warriors. Some more scores there. There's a close one. Denver, Minnesota. Triple-double for Jason Kidd. What's that, 5 triple-doubles or 6 for him this year? Talking about Jason Kidd. We'll see him matched up against Magic pretty soon. 3. That's 3. The lob to Gatling. Ceballos with 33 points. Backing in on Mullen. Divac against Rozier. Cut the pass back from Campbell. Rozier to Hardaway. To John Barry. Goes to the reverse. John Barry, beautiful play.
Very difficult shot. John Barry playing excellent basketball with Dean. He's shooting over 50%. He's shooting over 40 in threes and over 80 on the line. He's having an excellent season, making the most of the minutes when he's on the floor.
Sedale Threet to Divac. This is Peeler for 3.
He's smoked. That's his 3rd 3 of the evening, and he's been having a nice year. He's shooting 38% in threes. He usually attempts 3 a game.
That's the biggest lead of the game of 22 points. 3rd personal on Peeler. 7:20 to go in the game, and this one's in the Laker bank. So Magic Johnson could rest all he wants to, I think, now. What do you think? Will he be back in the game?
Oh, I have no idea. It all depends upon what Dell wants to do. Does he feel he's had enough work? Would he like to get him back in to work with another group, another combination? I can't answer for him right now. I know that if you say to Magic, would you like to go in, you know, before you say in, you'd have it off and he'd be at the scores table.
As he told Reggie Theus, he wasn't wheezing, didn't feel like throwing up, so he felt like he was okay on his first return. Magic's played 21 minutes tonight. In case you dialed in late, has 15 points. That's Campbell's 4th personal foul, 7 assists, and 6 rebounds. Speaking, there's the answer. Maybe Dell asked him. Mullen. This is from long range. Rebound Campbell. 6:39 to go in this game. Sedale Threet. This is the 3. Barry kept it alive. Ceballos dishes it outside. Campbell tried to dunk. Hardaway has him on the run. To Mullen. Stripped away by Peeler. 19 on the shot clock. And Irvin Magic Buck Johnson back into the ball game.
The reason why he's in, he's trying for a triple-double tonight. The last game that Magic played in '91 was the 5th game of the series that they lost to Chicago. Magic had 16 points, 20 assists, and 11 rebounds in '91.
Mullen dribbles through 2, Divac and Magic Johnson to get the lay-in. 112-94 Lakers, 6 minutes to go in the game. Divac finally getting down on the low post and gets the ball. Just kind of sneaked his way in there. Barry got the block. Jump ball. John Barry came over from the weak side and blocked that shot.
From my table, he was fouled 8 times on that shot. All right, and it was hit with 2 hatchets. Now just keep an eye on this. Once he goes down, both guys get him right across the back. Look at that, and they have a jump ball. Now you hate to see a quality player like Divac make a great move like that and not get to the foul line.
Mullen coming away with the ball. 112-94 Lakers, 5:50 to go in this game. Hardaway's had a lot of minutes despite the fact that B.J. Armstrong started. Mullen for 3. Joe Smith with the rebound. First loose ball foul.
You know, it's interesting tonight, Bob. Mullen looks like he's struggling. But yet, during the course of this season, in 30 minutes, he's given you 14 points a game. He's shooting 52 from the field and 86 from the line and 45 in threes. But yet tonight, he just does not have the flow.
That was the 4th foul on Divac. Here's Magic trying to defend Joe Smith. Good play by Ceballos, who jumps right over here and joins Hubie and me. We may as well interview him as he goes back on the floor, leaping across the $1,000 seats. That's at least as much as they used to cost here at the Forum.
Well, this team plays the passing lanes as well as any team in the league.
Rozier in the paint. Got his own board. Talented player who's been a disappointment. Rozier.
Well, they'd like to see a better work ethic. And by that we mean a practice, the weight program, and getting out and really working on your game because they need his size.
Now there's the power forward. Post him up, quick into the paint, left-handed. Magic has 17 tonight.
Now that's the second one that he's made. And you know, the people want to see all that here this evening. They know that the passing will be there, but they want to see the shooting. They don't care that he hasn't played in 4 years in the NBA. They know that he plays 30 games a year with his touring team. And if you look at it this evening, he's really in the flow as far as the offensive end goes. And we say, though, it's the NBA conditioning over the next couple of weeks that he has to get into because of the defense when they start playing this Friday night, a quality team like Chicago. And then when they get out on the road, how he'll react to back-to-back games and also the pressure coming down in the last 3 or 4 minutes. Can he play big like he has done throughout his career?
Hardaway at the free throw line. You just saw a wide shot of the crowd here at the Forum. You know, normally they're late arriving, early leaving, and back in the Showtime days with the 5 NBA titles in the 80s, this crowd, if you had a score like this late, would be gone. They would be already headed to Spago's. But they're staying here to watch this man in his return tonight. Hardly anyone's left this game despite the blowout score. Hardaway nails the 3 on the line drive. 119 to 101 with 4:32 to go. 114 to 101, excuse me. And Golden State just won't go away. Hardaway. Sprewell kept that rebound alive inside of Johnson, and Chris Mullen really struggling tonight. Normally really got his game inside that 15-foot mark. Mullen rarely misses those, but not knocking him down tonight. Only 9 points for Chris in this game. He's averaging 14.5 on the season. Talk about Chris Mullen. It's his 11th year.
Well, you can see the first 10 years right at 22 points. This season only 14. The field goal percentage, and the big reason is the amount of minutes that he is getting.
Joe Smith knocks him down. 119-103.
Chris Mullen played in this league 5 straight years. He scored 25+ points. That is a ton.
Keep saying 119. It's 114. The clock here in the building has it at 119. We have it correct on the screen. That was a triple, and Peeler has 13.
You have to love their 2-guard position. In Eddie Jones and in Peeler, they have 2 guys who can do it for you, and you must get out and play them.
Lakers just got their 42nd assist of the night.
Well,
Magic had 8. That's their season high. Eldon Campbell had at least 7 last I checked. He had 8 also. So you got 16 assists from the power forward position.
Chris Mullen, one of 6 players to have 2 gold medals from the Olympics.
Played on that '92 Dream Team with Magic. Won the gold in Barcelona. Ran right into the defense of Ceballos. Hardaway stops 3 on the break and picks up the first one with 3:35 to go in the game.
You know, you look at this Laker team and we see great athletes. We told you they're 3rd in the league in shot blocking, 3rd in the league in steals. You can see how quick they are in transition. What has held them back this year? Well, they're 24-18. They're a +6. The 5 losses by 1 point.
If they would have picked up 3 of those, they'd be sitting fat right now. But if we started the playoffs tonight, they would only be in 6th place. And believe it or not, the guys in blue would have the 8th place if we started the playoffs tonight.
Here's Magic on the drive. He tried to get that high leg up for the possible dish and lost the ball. Magic has 17, however, and he's probably going to have about 25 minutes. Joe Smith gets the lay-in and pulls his team to within 11. 24 minutes for Magic Johnson already tonight. It surprises me. Inside the NBA coming up right after this, Ernie Johnson, Cheryl Miller, wall-to-wall scores and highlights. Players from around the NBA talking about what they feel about the return of Magic Johnson. .117 to 107 with 3:09 to go.
Oh, you go right here. If they, now these are the kind of games that you go back and you look at, and it's a horror show for a coaching staff, because as poorly as you played, you're still in this thing.
Magic Johnson with the penetration and the kick out for the wide open 3, but Taylor missed it. Sprewell to Smith, and Smith is going to be fouled, and Mullins, a guy who ran into him.
Believe it or not, that was a good call, Bob, because he slipped on the floor, and you're going to see the shot come right out of his hand. Now this is a big score. Now once this ball is passed off, you're going to see the slip right there. And they're saying that Magic pushed him from the rear, but he had already slipped.
It's color printing and it's state of the art. It's flyers. It's proposals. It's Crayola and Hallmark Connection software. And putting your very own logo on a t-shirt. So it's not business as usual. It's what you can do with a new Canon Color Bubble Jet printer. Canon. What can you do?
Rabbit season. Duck season. Rabbit season. Duck season. Rabbit season. Duck season. Fudzy, that was your cue.
Sorry, fellas, but it's shopping season at the Warner Brothers Studio store on QVC. If you can't blast them, join them. Right, fellas?
Tune to QVC for the Warner Brothers Studio Store.
Just watch, folks.
As you see, Golden State still threatening in this game with 2:49 to go since the Lakers took a 22-point lead at 112 to 90. Warriors have outscored the Lakers 19-5 to cut the lead to that 8 points. We've talked about all the good offensive things Magic's done tonight. His defense is hurting, at least when he's on the floor. That's when Golden State has been scoring most.
Well, that's why I keep bringing out the point, Bob. Anytime that you have a guy come back who's injured or a guy who's coming out of retirement, and whatever, you take it and you go right at the person, prove to you that you have NBA conditioning and you can defend. Now, this young man on the line this evening, Joe Smith, you can see the 23 points and the 9 rebounds. He is just having a very nice, quiet, solid game. And people are forgetting that the guy who's guarding him most of the night is either Magic Johnson or Campbell.
117-109 LA, 2:42 to go in the game. Big free throw miss here, would have cut it to 7, however. Eddie Jones, Van Exel back on the floor for the Lakers. Campbell inside, loose ball, get out here to Van Exel, 6 on the shot clock.
Oh, he traveled. Nice call, good call by Eddie Middleton.
And a chance to cut the lead to 6.
Oh, you have plenty of time here. Plenty of time.
Sprewell gets the bounce. It's a 6-point game. This crowd just now realizing that this, what looked to be a laugher, has turned into a 6-point nail-biter unless the Lakers can play some defense on Golden State. That's a 21-5 run Golden State has underway. Campbell, big bucket and the foul.
Wow. He just took Rozier to the basket. That was just too easy. In the previous attempt down, they fronted. They really made it difficult. See, this is just too easy. You catch him here right now. Now just watch Campbell. Nice, strong move. No movement of the feet by Rozier.
Now, we told you Elton Campbell has been playing excellent basketball, not only for the season, but he's hot in the 3 road games, the 3 road wins right before this evening. In tonight's game, 14 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists.
Yeah, you can add up pretty quickly as if you have the mathematical mind of someone like myself, that's near a triple-double for Campbell. 8-point game, 2 minutes to go. Ceballos goes to the bench. George Lynch in for the Lakers. There's Sprewell. He's in there. He's going to knock him down. He has 20 points in this game. 6-point Lakers lead. Magic Johnson out high against Smith. Spin move, left side, Magic, and the foul. They showed a little quickness there with the 255 pounds.
Yeah, well, I think the nice thing about the move was once he catches Joe Smith on the back, it's all over. Now keep an eye on Magic. See, Smith thinks he's going to go into the middle, but watch how he drops steps and he catches them. And then once he gets him there, it's just a matter of, because Magic can finish with either hand.
And Joe Smith just fouled out of the game with 1:43 to go, the leading scorer with 23 points and 10 rebounds for the Warriors. Rozier is in. Gatling, Hardaway, Mullen, and Sprewell on the floor for the Warriors, trailing by 6, by 7. Little dispute here as to whether or not Golden State had called a timeout. Joe Smith fouls out of the game, but Magic Johnson's played 25 minutes tonight. 18 points, 9 assists, 6 rebounds. Minute 43 to go in this one. And he knocks them both down here. That's something you were talking about as we get a timeout on the floor, Hubie, that Magic brings late in the game. Also, his great career free throw shooting percentage. 121-113, the Lakers. Look at all the points that have been scored in this game. It has not been a defensive game tonight, but the Golden State Warriors are still in front.
Golden State has 1 timeout plus a 20. The Lakers have 3 timeouts and a 20. Both teams are in the penalty. Main thing right now is that Golden State has got to get a high percentage shot. You don't need a 3. You have plenty of time. The big thing is that if you get the open shot, you drain it, or that if you go strong, that you get fouled, taking it to the rim. They're going into Sprewell, posting up on Lynch.
Sprewell pulls up with a jumper.
Now he's 3 for 3 and scores now in the last 3 possessions. Now, can they rise to the occasion and give a minute and 20 seconds of good defense here?
Magic's hook pass into Campbell. Lynch having trouble handling. 8 on the shot clock. Van Exel with 5 on the shot clock. That's a 3. Air ball.
Look out now.
Sprewell blows by Lynch.
Bad.
Misses the shot. Johnson rebound.
Bad shot.
And the hands and Magic with a minute left. Big pass Lynch. Pull it out, and Van Exel.
See, this is smart. What you had down at the other end was 1 against 4 and a 4 shot by Sprewell.
7 on the clock.
They want him to go one-on-one.
Double team. Van Exel open for the 3. And that's what happens. Double team late in the post. Open perimeter. 10 assists for Magic Johnson.
You have to double team him in the post, and you must double team him in a clear out one-on-one. That's the reason why he's coming back, and there is such major hope here, because watch the double teamer come. They hit the rotator too late.
The great untold story of the Civil War, Andersonville.
Get ready to watch the Nestle Crunch Slam Dunk, featuring the best slam dunkers in the NBA. Saturday, February 10th, 7 p.m. Eastern on TNT. And play the Nestle Instant Win Rapper game. Look for this in-store display. Inside specially marked Nestle candy bars is a chance to win a trip to the '97 NBA Finals and thousands of other great prizes. The Nestle Crunch Slam Dunk. It's crunch time. February 10th, 7 Eastern on TNT.
124, 115, 42 seconds to go. And this is the diagram of why Magic is so potent on the return.
It's just beautiful basketball. When you're a coach and you bring a player back, a legendary player, you're hoping that the skills are still there, but that the other team respects his skills. And you could see it there. And then, as they came out of the timeout, the people, a standing ovation, appreciative for what Magic has done this evening.
He's going to finish this game on the floor with 40 seconds left, so Magic's going to be up near 30 minutes of playing time on his first game return. Sprewell defended, and Eddie Jones knocking it out of bounds. How about this? You may wonder about Michael Jordan when he returned against Indiana. Remember a couple of games a couple of years ago? Jordan had 19 points, 6 and 6 at one point just a minute ago. That was almost dead even with Michael's return here. With Magic's. So it's kind of an interesting comparison that we thought you would find interesting. 33 seconds left in this game, and Magic Johnson has had a very successful return. And is he in shape? He's in darn good shape, with the exception, Hubie, as you said earlier, will he be able to defend against the lightning quick Bulls come?
Well, that's only one challenge. Night in and night out, they like their opportunities for Magic to make big contributions. They like what he will do for the team in a leadership role at the end of the games, and they like what he will do from them from an attitude standpoint at practice as well as off the floor.
LA's 126 points. That's their season high. They've dumped in a lot of assists, too.
Well, the 44 assists that they have this evening is an NBA high for the year.
27 seconds left in the game. Magic Johnson picks up the personal foul, and Gatling will go to the free throw line. So Magic Johnson's going to end up around 26 minutes played here in his first game, now at the 27-minute mark with 27 seconds to go. I would have expected, if someone had asked me, that Del Harris would probably have gone with 12 or 13 minutes, but he's obviously kind of gone with the flow and talked to Magic about it and used him, because of the nature of this game, a lot to look at a lot of different combinations.
At the end of a very close game, you're seeing a benefit right here. When Magic takes the ball out of bounds, it's a lot like in the old days when you would try to press the Celtics, like Bird takes the ball out of bounds. Then once he makes that first inbounds pass, he's going to throw it to a guy who's a good foul shooter. If he gets trapped, they're coming right back to Magic. In Magic's last 5 years, he shot between 88 and 91 on the foul line. So once again, you can see that the strategies that they're going to try to be using down the line from a positive standpoint to move through the playoffs. You can see Del Harris is putting him in all of these situations this evening.
And getting the kind of results I'm sure he was hoping for. Hardaway tries the three. Johnson's 11th rebound. No, make that his 8th rebound with 10 assists. And there's not time for a triple-double, but this is going to be the end of the ball game for the return of Magic Johnson. You can say you were there, at least via TNT, and it's appropriate that this game will come to a close with Magic Johnson in the ball, and just look at the elation on his face. 27 minutes, 19 points, 8 rebounds, 10 assists for Magic Earvin Johnson in his return to the NBA. And he's going to come over and join us here tableside. What a night for Magic Johnson and for Los Angeles. Magic said one of the things before you see him shaking hands with his coach there and holding the ball, as he'll come over and join us in just a moment. His team scores 128 points, and Magic said that he was coming back for himself, yes, and for basketball, but that also he was coming back for anybody with handicaps, whether illness or physical. And Magic comes over. We have security here to allow him to step in here at the table with us. I stand up, Magic, as though I'm going to Magic, I stood up as though I was going to protect you coming in here, and I thought maybe that's a little bit of folly. 27 minutes, 19 points, 8 rebounds, 10 assists. Give us your feelings on the whole thing. I guess that's it.
I can't even talk. Oh, man. Let me just thank God for just giving me the strength and the courage and everything, and just praise him. I can't tell you how I feel. I feel so great.
You know what? It's in your face. You don't have to say it.
Well, you know, tonight earlier you told Bob and I that you were very nervous, just like your first game.
Yeah, I was. And when I came out onto the floor, it was like I didn't know where I was. I actually, you know, I was out there, but I didn't, you know how I didn't feel the game until I went for a defensive rebound, and Joe Smith hit me from behind, and Cycli caught me in the front, bam, 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 and then I said, uh-oh, I woke up.
I'm back.
I'm back now.
I'm back. Here's your...
Were you surprised that he put you in so early?
I was surprised, but when Eldon got 2 fouls, I guess that was the call. I was thinking maybe 4 or 5 minutes to go to the second quarter, but so I was surprised.
Did you ever not start before in your whole basketball life?
This is the first time.
Amazing. We have your first basket back. Thought you'd take a look at this. It's the classic elevation on the lay-in.
Oh, man. Well, I tell you, I'm just coming down, and Joe Smith is trying to cut me off, and once I get him retreating, I know that I can go up because he can't elevate when they're retreating. So I'm just right now, I'm trying to just get into shape. You know, I'm trying to get into NBA shape, and I'm trying to feel the game because I made some turnovers late into the fourth quarter. I got tired. I'm still going in terms of feeling how to play basketball again. And I think it's going to take me like a month and a half, 2 months to really feel the game again, and then I'll get going.
Now, what's the hardest thing for you?
Right now?
Right now.
I think the hardest thing is just learning how to play with these guys, getting the plays. How am I going to fit into this team see, I'm used to dominating the game. Now, I'm not going to dominate it. Now, I got to understand that, hey, Nick Van Exel, Pila, Ceballos, these guys going to dominate. Now, I have to pick and choose where I'm going to get mine. So I think that's the hardest thing. Everything else, and also just playing basketball again. You know, it's been 4 years of really serious basketball.
I want to go back to the sad moment when you retired, and a lot of people, me included and yourself included, thought it was all over. As you go back and think of those times for you and Cookie and your family, and now you're back, what do you have to say to other people who've had to overcome, and other people who are HIV positive, other people who have illnesses and injuries? What do you have to say to them about this?
First, I say, just pray to God a lot, number one, and he will answer your prayers. Don't stop living. See, don't stop. Enjoy life. No matter what happens, if you pray and God will answer your prayers, just keep living. Everything is all right. Put that smile on your face and continue to live. No matter if you're handicapped, HIV positive, whatever it is, just keep living, you know, and hey, God has answered my prayers. I never thought I would be back here. And here I am. Oh, thank you, Lord. I just can't believe this.
You know, that smile and those eyes. And look at this crowd around Magic Johnson here at the Forum, the Showtime years of the 80s. And Michael Jordan comes into your house on Friday.
And the Chicago Bulls. Not only Michael, but the Chicago Bulls also.
And Dennis Rodman defending you.
I tell you, they are playing. This is why they're so good. They're the best passing team in basketball. They are the best defensive team in basketball. And then their will to win is higher than everybody else's. You see, they know how to win. And that's what I'm trying to get this group that I'm playing with now, the Lakers, to understand that, look, you got to do the little things. You know, we're going to get it together, but right now we're not where the Bulls are. You know, so this will be good for us, this big game on Friday night, just to put everything in perspective, say, okay, this is what we need to work on. And I'm looking forward to seeing Michael again, Pippen, you know, Michael the greatest in the world. Then you got Scottie Pippen, who I feel is the best all-around player playing the game today. So It's going to be a thrill. I cannot wait. I just want to smack him one good time. Just take a hard foul on him and say, hey, I'm back, Michael.
Magic, what a magical moment, not to make a pun on your name, but my heart's been thumping all day long, and I know I speak for a lot of fans and for Hubie. It feels wonderful, not just for basketball, but for your reaffirmation of life to come back and do this.
Thank you. That's what it's all about. And my son got a chance to see Daddy play, my youngest son. So that's, and let me say hi to my parents back home. My father's probably going crazy right now, so my parents, hello, Mom and Dad back in Lansing, Michigan, all my family.
He's not even breathing hard. Magic is back. And we'll be back in just a moment.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Magic.
Good to see you.
A lot of hard times and bad news in the world, but this was one night of good news. Magic Johnson back. 128-118. The Lakers win. 7 players in double figures. They shot 57% from the field. Magic played 27 minutes. Tomorrow night, the Jazz at the Trailblazers on TBS at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Then on Friday, don't miss this one, a big doubleheader. Phoenix at Cleveland, followed by, drum roll please, the Bulls and the Lakers, Michael and Magic. Coming up next inside the NBA. For Hubie Brown and Reggie Theus, this is Bob Neal saying good night from Los Angeles.
It's not just...
And now, the crowd on their feet. The warm-ups are coming off. And Magic Johnson returns to the NBA. Crowd on their feet. Savor the moment.
An evening of absolute NBA magic on TNT. Good evening, everybody. Thanks for hanging around. Ernie Johnson and Cheryl Miller set to take you inside the NBA. Before the game tonight, somebody in the hall was saying, so what do you think Magic will do tonight? I say he'll go for a triple-double and the Lakers will win. He was just 2 rebounds shy, 19 points, 8 rebounds, 10 assists. What can you say about this night?
I'll tell you something. It was magical. Just to watch Magic's interview at the end, the smile said it all. I mean, I'm just so happy that he's returned to the NBA. It's a magical night for Magic. It's a magical night for the NBA. A solid performance. You know, clearly he's not in NBA shape, but what a solid performance.
A script you only could have written out there in Hollywood. Well, it would take something like the return of Magic to overshadow Game 1 of our TNT doubleheader. The Bulls took their 15-game winning streak and their hopes of joining the Lakers of 24 years ago as the only teams to ever sport 39-3 records to the Summit in Houston. Would the Rockets be able to hand Chicago its first loss since the day after Christmas? Hakeem and Michael, the headliners. Jordan struggling with the shot early. From way out, Phil Jackson saying, are my eyes deceiving me, or is he going 4 out of 14 in the first half? He is. On the other end, the Rockets getting 17 out of Clyde in the first half and showing the way with an 8-point lead. Again, Michael trying to get that rhythm. Fall away. That's not going either. But Steve Kerr answers the bell. He had 4 threes during the game. Bulls with a 10-point lead. Now the defense here by Ron Harper.
I'll tell you, watch the defensive effort by Ron Harper. Drexler's going to try to rub him off of 2 picks. Now watch, Ori on the baseline. Watch the acceleration. He never loses sight. Picks him off in the passing lane. Great anticipation by Ron Harper.
And the sweet finish by number 9. Houston would not roll over. Hakeem led everybody with 31 on the night. They are down 76-73 right there. But if Jordan's not going to get you, somebody will. How about Scottie Pippen? He had 28 on the night, and there's Jordan finally with 22 on the night, 7 out of 26. Bulls win at 98-87. They are 39-3, joining the Lakers of 71-72 in that category. They've won 16 in a row. Houston has lost 5 of their last 7. How dominant were the Bulls tonight? Well, let's take a look at some of the stats, which sometimes can be misleading, but these aren't. 51-27 off the boards. Look at the bench scoring. I'm telling you, they're missing Mario Elie, the junkyard dog. maybe for the rest of the regular season with that broken wrist. And at the foul line, as Dick Versace likes to call the hidden way to score, they go 22 out of 28 from the line and only 7 out of 9 for the Rockettes, who didn't get there very much. We're going to see the Bulls and Michael matched up with Magic. Man, we thought this was a big night. Wait till Friday night's doubleheader. Suns and Cavs first, and the Bulls and the Lakers. Just take the batteries out of the clicker. You don't have to go anywhere. How about...
Getting better and better.
It's certainly just like the Bulls do. I mean, 70 wins is one goal. 39-3 was one goal. I mean, I don't know who's going to stop this bunch.
It's going to be very tough, but I'll tell you one thing that I was impressed with the win for the Bulls tonight. It's a huge victory, merely from the standpoint Jordan clearly didn't have a very good offensive night. So what happens is everybody else steps up. It shows that Jordan doesn't have to be the mainstay. It showed that Kukoc and Kerr continue to be steady off the bench.
And Scottie Pippen leads the way with 28. The Bulls winners for the 16th straight time. The Hawks and Pacers have spent the first half of the season trying to remain visible in the Bulls' rearview mirror. Lately, they have been rolling. The Hawks with a 10-game winning streak. The Pacers 6 in a row. Check out what they've done during their streaks. I think it's called playing defense, holding guys to around 90 or under 90, and the opponent's field goal percentage, a measly 42% and 44%. Tonight, a showdown at Market Square. Lenny Wilkins trying to run that thing to 11 straight. Reggie Miller, you know him, I think. Player of the week, as a matter of fact. Indiana up 3. Reggie with 22 on the night. Stacey Augmon, the Hawks 11-2 with him in the starting lineup.
No question. And one of the big reasons why Lenny Wilkins has inserted him back into the starting lineup, look at that. He explodes off the floor, and look, he runs the court so well, never gives up. I'll tell you, defense, when you play tough defense, you're always rewarded on the offensive end.
Late in the half we go. Derek McKee and Reg. He kind of likes it out there, especially with nobody putting a hand in his mug. Now, Craig Elo, how far out is this three-pointer? But he was in the zone. He hit 5 out of 5 from out there. They're down 72-67. The answer, again, comes from 31. Reg for 3.
That's a layup.
Yes, that's you for emphasis with that. Dale Davis, pretty good night. 17 points, 20 boards, and if nobody's going to stop the ball, then he'll take it right to the rack. And Atlanta has its winning streak snapped at 10. The Pacers have won 7 in a row. 107-90 is the final. The Hawks really hurting with Mookie Blaylock and Steve Smith. Mookie 3 out of 12. Steve Smith 1 out of 12. They combine for 11 points, and usually they're the top 2 scorers on the team. They combine for 34. No production out of the backcourt tonight. Boston and Orlando at the O Arena. They welcomed Horace Grant back, and he had 10 points and 6 boards off the bench. Shaquille O'Neal going to work early. Joe Wolf, Eric Montross is kind of standing there. Shaq had a 30-point night. Penny Hardaway. When you're a good player, you get rolls, and it goes over the front end for him. Dana Barros with a quick first step past Nick Anderson. Nick sprained his ankle in this game and left and did not return. 25-25 game. Penny, yeah, liking that. Still, they're down 45-40 at the half. Todd Day, who's afraid of that big Joe Wolf? Not Todd. Sticks it in his mug. Boston playing tough, and Orlando's got that home streak on the line. There's Brian Shaw with the bunny. Still, they're down 1 in the third. Shaq with the block. Uh-oh, he hit the thumb on the glass. Everybody's holding their breath. What do? They just retape the thing and put Shaq back in there, and he goes to work again. Again, a 30-point night for the big guy. Dana Barros, Dino Raja. Celtics hanging around. They're down 2. Need a stop. Somebody got to stop Penny. Rick Fox can't do it. He was right on him, but man alive. And 1. And Orlando won again. That is 44 straight in the regular season against teams from the Eastern Conference. 29 straight overall at the Orlando Arena, and they've won 64 of their last 66 at home. That is amazing. Tonight in the Isuzu Look Ahead, we fast forward to the weekend after next. The All-Star Game in San Antonio. The reserves have been named, and here's who you're going to see at the Alamo Dome. Well, how about a first-timer? Glenn Rice. You know, it sounds amazing, as good a player as he is. First
he really had some tough shoes to fill with the exit of Zoe, but I'll tell you, he's been a welcome addition for the Charlotte Hornets.
Been a lot of lobbying for this guy at the point, filling in for Mark Price. Terrell Brandon, a great first half of the season.
There is no one as good as him as far as breaking down the defense with the dribble.
Sounds like a former coach. Juwan Howard, his first All-Star appearance. What a job he's done with Chris Webber out so long with a bad shoulder and still bothered. Big front-line performance from Juwan Howard as he makes his first All-Star appearance. And here's a look at all of the reserves for the Eastern Conference. All-Star Vin Baker. There's a reason we call him that. Second year in a row, he's going to the big one. Terrell Brandon in there, Patrick Ewing for the 10th time. You got Juwan. Yeah, your big brother's in there for the 7th time. He'll let anybody into this game. Let's go to the Western Conference. Mitch Richmond, well-deserved.
Was there any doubt? I mean,
No.
this guy's been getting it done for years. It's about time he started getting the credit that he's due.
Sean Elliott, early in his career, folks thought, hey, he's going to be a bust. Sean Elliott of the Spurs going to the All-Star game, and the other Western Conference reserves. You see Malone and Stockton, that Utah pair in there. Dikembe is going, so is Peyton, so is Richmond, so is David Robinson. That in voting by the NBA coaches, you can't vote for your own guys. And as always, there's some people who are just a little disappointed and some raised eyebrows, and I know you're looking out the Portland way and thinking...
I'll tell you something. There's disappointed, and then there's just flat out salty. And I can understand why Cliff Robinson and Rod Strickland are a little bit upset. I mean, they've put together some really all-star seasons. They've been playing extremely well. I was very surprised that neither one of them got on the team.
And Rod Strickland really upset. In fact, he said, hey, I'm so mad now. If I get voted to the team some other year, I'm not going. They can find me and everything, but he's not going to go. So he's a little bent out of shape over the thing. Dennis Rodman in the East is not an all-star. 4 consecutive rebounding titles, leads the league this year. This snub was just one of the things he talked about with Craig Sager after the game tonight.
A year ago at this time, the Bulls had a losing record, 20-21 going into a big game like this. Obviously, Michael Jordan's back, but a big addition is Dennis Rodman. And Dennis, you knew you could contribute, but did you have any idea that this team would go out to a 39-3 start, best in league history, tying the mark?
We tied the mark tonight, but no, nobody ever bet that. You know, we coming out the blocks like that and taking a 6-furlong lead, and all of a sudden we're out there leading the pack.
You had a little bit of trouble tonight, obviously, with the referees, a couple of calls. You think you're getting bad breaks?
What's new, Craig? I think this league don't like me for some reason. I didn't get voted to the All-Star game, and, you know, I don't know what else I can do to help myself to try to, you know, go forward, but to hell with it. Just keep playing and do what I got to do.
You were third in the All-Star balloting, yet you were not selected by the coaching staff. Does that bother you personally, knowing that you make a major contribution to the team's success?
I've been doing this for the last 10 years, and I don't know what the coaches are looking for. I don't know if they are watching their backs or whatever, and then they don't want to put a guy like me on the All-Star team. And I think they would love to have a guy like me just pass the ball. You know, the other guys shoot, but I don't know. It's something about me that people don't like. I don't know what it is.
Obviously, there's something a lot of people do like because you get a lot of votes from the public. Going back to San Antonio, would that have made it even more special?
Well, I think it would have just been more of a slap in the face to Greg Popovich, me going back there, but I guess the league didn't want that to happen.
So what were you doing in the All-Star break?
Viva Las Vegas. I'm going to Las Vegas, people. You want to meet me there? I'll be there.
Well, I could. I'll be in San Antonio. I could get a connecting flight.
Can you do that?
I might be able to.
A 2-hour flight.
What about going up against Magic on Friday? We've had the big game tonight, the doubleheader. Magic's come back. What would that mean to you going against Magic?
It means to me that, you know, it brings back the 88, 89 series, and I had a picture of me and him. I'm guarding him, and all of a sudden now I'm doing it again. He's playing power forward, so he's like 250, 255, and I got to guard that.
You've got rings before in the past. If the Bulls go on to win one this year, how will that compare with the ones you won with Detroit?
I think it'll be a lot special to me because I've been working for the last 4 years to do what Dennis Rodman likes to do, that's play basketball and incite people and give a lot of people enjoyment to watch the game of basketball. It will mean a lot to me to fight all the adversities over the last 3 or 4 years and now come back and do it.
Las Vegas, the All-Star break, Disneyland at the end of the year?
No, I don't think so.
Not a Disneyland kind of guy. When Inside the NBA continues, a couple of All-Stars, center stage in Miami. Sir Charles and the Suns trying to get things going as they take on Zoe and the Heat.
Of the 12 jurors deciding the case,
Thanks for staying up late on a Tuesday night in the NBA. Inside the NBA continuing, Ernie Johnson and Cheryl Miller. It was December 9th when Alonzo Mourning led the Heat into Phoenix, and Miami ran its record to 12-5 with a 2-point win. But in that game, Alonzo Mourning went down with a foot injury, and the Heat hit the skids, losing 9 of their next 12 without Zoe. And even with him back, they've lost 10 of their last 14 as they welcome the Suns to Miami Arena. This is what happens when Michael Finley gets a hold of your rim. Check him out. He's going to be in the Slam Dunk Contest All-Star Weekend. That's a dandy. You ought to have Billy Owens with him because he helped him out there. Poster shot. And one more time, you go for 23 points and 10 rebounds on the night. Now watch this. Alonzo going to miss the dunk inside, but that's not the thing I want you to see. Charles Barkley chasing this thing down. Who's he going to wind up in the stands with? It's Chris Riley, Pat's wife. Pat thinking, geez, this guy comes in here. He's scoring 37 on us, and he's talking up my wife. What the heck is going on? Charlie, baseline. 2 of his aforementioned 37. Charlie feeling it. You go to the line, and you do that Jordan thing. You close your eyes, and you can hear that it's no good. Charlie still controlling the night. Back doors open. Tony Smith hits him. And you know, a reunion time. Charles meeting up with his old teammate Danny Shays. Danny, how you doing? Good to see you again, pal. Miami laying the lumber, or having the lumber laid to them by Phoenix, 114-99. You know, the Heat have never won a home game against Phoenix. They are 0-9 all time. Now KJ chipped in 25 for the Suns, who are trying to get it going under Cotton. Denver and Minnesota playing at Tarjay tonight. Kirby Puckett shot, you know the Timberwolves are playing. Alfonso Ellis. Boy, this guy's had knee problems, and then he twists the right knee right at midcourt. Left the court. Came back, thank goodness. That's good news. Dikembe Mutombo, 12 points, 17 boards, 9 blocks. Has one of his blocked and then sticks it back home. Isaiah Rider. Call him JR, call him what you will. 3-pointer. They're down 83-80. And the game's tied at 84. Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, 2 of his 24. And the Nuggets have got the lead. Minnesota's still got a chance. Onward, Christian Laettner. You win the game right now, Christian. Well, hey, Christian, you win the game right now with a 3-pointer, baby. You throw it up there, and he's checked the glass. The thing's cracked. Denver, 88-86 winners over the Minnesota Timberwolves, who had a couple of shots late. That's 4 straight losses for Minnesota. Denver wins it by a deuce. Mahmoud with 24. The Clippers and the Mavs at reunion. Stanley Roberts making his first start. And he's going to work on the rook. Lauren Meyer, nice little spin. And a jam. Clippers with a 17-2 run in the first. Brent Berry. This is sweet little behind the back action. To Rodney Rogers for a couple. 26-11 Clippers. Bill Fitch, that lead would disappear. Left hand from Jason Kidd. Kidd would have a huge night. Tony Dumas, that's a sweet little turnaround jumper. Game tied at 44. Kidd for 3. Count it. 3 for Kidd. This is like a Dr. Seuss highlight. Kidd to Lauren Meyer right here. There's another feed. 5th triple-double of the season for Jason Kidd. That's tops in the NBA. What did he do? 21 points, 16 rebounds, 16 assists. That's a pretty good week for some guys. And the Jason Kidd fan club loving it. 105-101, the Mavs win it. They are 14-27. The Clippers are 16-26. Still 1 win shy of their entire total for last season. Let's go back to the Denver Nuggets here for a second, Cheryl, and maybe a little turmoil or a little shake it up thing going on with Bernie Bickerstaff saying, hey, I'll step down if that's what it takes to get this team to play better.
Well, see, you know, Ernie, I don't think it's so much Bernie Bickerstaff as it is just the inconsistency of the Nuggets. I mean, you have to look at the middle. There's one player who I would really love to see their game just have a complete overhaul, and that's Mutombo. I mean, here's a guy that is one-dimensional and is very predictable down low. You know that he's going to block a lot of shots. If he's surrounded by a lot of great players, then his game elevates, but that certainly isn't the case. They need to try to count on his offense. It's not there. I've been very disappointed in the fact that you have, you know, Rick Smith, you have Olajuwon, you even have Shaquille O'Neal, who every year comes into the league with something different. I'll tell you, he has to work on his game offensively during the summer.
So there, Dikembe, what she said. The AutoZone news of the day comes from Washington. And guess what? It's injury related. Chris Webber leaning toward having surgery on his sore left shoulder. The pain resulting from a preseason dislocation has been keeping him out of the lineup, and though he has wanted to avoid surgery, it may be unavoidable, and that would end his season. Meantime, his teammate Mark Price has more problems with his left foot. A cracked bone, a partial tendon tear. He's going to be in a cast. He will miss at least 6 weeks. When Inside the NBA continues, more on the story of the night, the return of Magic Johnson, and you're going to hear from one of his legendary rivals. We'll be right back.
Announcing a powerful breakthrough of
What a night it has been in the NBA. Hope you enjoyed it tonight on TNT as Inside the NBA continues. It was November 7th of 1991 when he stunned us with the news. Earvin Magic Johnson was retiring. He was HIV positive. In the time since, there was an Olympic gold medal, there was player resistance to a possible comeback, there was a coaching stint. January 30th, 1996, Magic was back to do what he loves, and that is play the NBA game. Lakers hosting the Warriors on TNT. Magic awaiting the call. He'd come off the bench in the first quarter, down the lane. A little bigger than we remember him, about 250 pounds. But he can still do all the things we remember. Fake. Where's that left-handed hook in the paint? There it is from 32. Lakers up 27-16. Chris Mullin, former Dream Team teammate, welcoming Magic back. This is a classic. He's going to miss the three. Here's the thing, Latrell Sprewell says, I want all copies of this tape. Oh. Great ball fake. Magic with 10 points in the first half. Watch him go to work. He feeds Eddie Jones. On the night, he had 10 assists. He just missed a triple-double. He had 8 rebounds. Filling the wing, look at Cedric Ceballos with the 360. 69-57 at that point. Look at the great ball movement in here, too. Eldon Campbell, who's been hot recently in a 3-game span. He averaged 20 points and 14 boards. The final assist on the night from Magic, the bounce pass to Nick Van Exel, who knocks down the 3, and Magic is pumped, and he should be. What a night he had. 128-118. The Lakers winners by 10. A near triple-double for Magic, and one of the best parts of the evening, his post-game interview with our guys courtside.
First, I say, just pray to God a lot, number one, and he will answer your prayers. Don't stop living. See, don't stop. Enjoy life. No matter what happens, if you pray and God will answer your prayer, just keep living. Everything is all right. Put that smile on your face and continue to live. No matter if you're handicapped, HIV positive, whatever it is, just keep living, you know? And hey, God has answered my prayers. I never thought I would be back here. And here I am. Oh, thank you, Lord.
We don't think a few people are going to be talking about that around the water cooler at work tomorrow morning. The last time he seriously considered returning to the Lakers, Magic faced opposition from certain corners of the NBA. This time around, seldom was heard a discouraging word. A sampling.
Well, I'm happy for him. If he feels healthy enough to play, I know he's been playing all over the world, and they say he's been playing pretty well, so I don't think he'll have any problem competing in this league.
As an NBA executive, how much will he improve the Lakers?
Well, I think you'll see Magic playing different positions. He'll play multiple positions, and I think that you know, they'll win a lot more games. There's no question. They got a good team now, and if you had a great player, it's going to help him. There's no question about it.
Well, Scotty, obviously, you played with Magic. You played against him. What's your reaction to the fact that he's coming back and you get to go against him Friday?
It's great. Glad I'm going to be able to see him Friday, you know, and welcome him back into the league with a loss.
I have no problem with it. You know, he's not going to be the Magic of old. Like I said, Jordan was going to be the Jordan of old, but he still has that awareness, that desire to play, the willingness to compete every night. So, hey, more power to him.
I think if it's what he wants to do, he should have the opportunity to do so. It's going to be great for the game, and hopefully it'll be great for him also.
First of all, I was surprised to hear that, but if that's what makes him happy, and that's what he should do, so he's welcome.
"19 points, 8 rebounds, 10 assists. You know, I think we make a mistake of thinking, oh, nothing to it. He'll do that every night.
I'll tell you something. There's a big difference between Golden State and the Bulls coming up on Friday, but